morning, everybody. It is the Mike Missanelli Show on the air, and the Phillies with a win last night on a wild sequence. And I want to talk about that at the start. Catcher's interference, bases loaded. Batters awarded first base on a catcher's interference. Therefore, the walk-off run comes in, and I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I felt a little weird about that. I felt a little weird about a game ending on catcher's interference. First of all, I don't understand the rule of catcher's interference, why you should be awarded first base on catcher interference. Listen, I don't want to come off like I'm not ungrateful for the Phillies to win the game. I just want to examine this rule. Why is it that a little infraction like that gives you a big advantage of being awarded first base? Wouldn't it be better if that rule was, okay, that's just a ball. Just like a balk. You know, you're awarded a base, but it becomes a ball to the batter. I don't know. Am I out of line here? Let me bring Ray Dunn in here. Is with me today. Ray, did you feel, first of all, a little bit weird about the game ending that way?
Well, I was there. So as it was happening, you see Edmundo Sosa pointing to the glove and pointing to the dugout. And immediately in my mind, I'm like, woohoo, walk off. This game's over, man. Let's go home. Everyone around me starts booing as they start going to replay. It's like, no, this is going to be a good thing. But trust me. And we had the TV right above us. We see it right away. And to me, that's awesome. That's just a weird quirk of
it's awesome.
Walking it off. Yeah.
It's awesome to win a game on catcher's interference.
It's the second time we've had that happen in the divisional era of Major League Baseball.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, you didn't feel weird about that?
No, I felt great. I mean, it was kind of weird to wait for the umpire to be like, well, we overturned the call, and then everyone realized what happened, and then the sound starts going. It's not exactly how you envision walking it off. I can't say in my backyard as a kid, I was like, one day I want to walk it off on catcher's interference and see how it feels.
All right, let's look at that rule then. Is that a overly hefty price to pay for a catcher trying to catch a strike? The ball is a strike. He was swinging at it. So the catcher just moved his glove up a little too far, and it interferes with the bat. Should you be awarded first base for that?
I think he was trying to steal a strike right there. I think he was trying to get that one in the zone to get that third strike.
Well, he was going to see he swung at it, so it must have been a strike.
He was checking his swing.
He was trying to swing at that.
He was on the outer portion. His bat was going towards it. He's not allowed to make contact with it if the glove's right there.
I get it that the glove is in harm's way, and it's the catcher's fault for putting it in harm's way. The only thing I'm asking is that too punitive for that kind of a situation where you're awarded first base?
Now, I don't think a catcher would ever do this, but to take this to the extreme of where this rule goes, if you have a good hitter up and you see your pitcher's made a mistake, would you throw the glove out in front? Try to push the glove a little bit up to try and get in the way?
Are your instincts to do that? Or because you could get whacked with the bat.
Absolutely.
Your arm can get whacked with the bat. I don't think any catcher does that intentionally.
No catcher wants to do it intentionally, but I'm telling you, because of this rule, there's no even thought process of interfering with the bat because you're going to give the guy a free base. But you take it down to a ball, there's some sicko out there that's going to try and make this an extreme. I think the punitive of being first base allows it to be something that happens very rarely in baseball and makes it very minimal in terms of the impact of it. I mean, this is the only second time we've seen this.
You don't see catcher's interference very much at all.
No.
I'm just saying, if a balk only gives you a ball, why would catcher interference give you a base?
Well, it gives you a base. In terms of the runner moving up.
The runner. I'm talking about the batter. The batter, on a balk, the batter isn't awarded first base.
No, but if there was a balk in that situation, we're still talking about one of those awkward walk-off celebrations where it's like,
I get it. I'm just like, this is outside the fact that the Phillies won the game. I'm just saying, is that rule overly punitive that you're awarded a base, that the batter is awarded a base for catcher's interference?
I guess the idea is we have no idea what would have happened on that pitch. Like, he could have swung and missed, but he also could have hit a double and drove in 2 runs.
Obviously,
in that case, he couldn't have.
Along the line, I'm trying to defend my position that you should not be able to end the game on catcher's interference.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to do here. I think it's overly punitive that you should lose a game on catcher's interference. So I would change the rule to that's a ball, and if it's ball 4 and the bases are loaded, then you lose the game. It's like anything else. To me, that would be more normal than what happened last night. The Phillies got a gift.
They got a gift, but I think it was also a product of just how all over the place Hicks was. Like, the catcher probably isn't jumping out to try and steal a strike if Hicks isn't throwing the ball every which way.
You're right. He stinks.
I was in 133. I thought a pitch was going to hit me.
Yeah, there's a guy throws 100, and he has no idea how to harness it for years. And he's been bounced around because of it. The Red Sox blew that game because they brought in Jordan Hicks in that particular situation. So the Phillies win, and it was a good darn thing for the Phillies, the people that bet minus 215, as they just, by the skin of their teeth, win a game last night. But we're going to talk about Dave Dombrowski had a little presser before the game. And I got to be honest with you, I didn't like what I heard. And so I'm left with this question. Is David Robertson possibly the best that he's going to do? Let's knock this down here. Middleton, 2 days ago, says, we're not going to pay an arm and a leg because it cost them, for Robertson, $6 million, and it put him $12 million in the luxury tax area. Robertson, his tryout was 88 to 90 miles an hour, and they go, so we got to sign him. And I'm going, really? And then David Dombrowski says there's no regrets on how he built the bullpen. And then he was asked a magical question. Do you expect to make another bullpen acquisition? I don't know if I expect it. I guess it's in the mix of things we'll talk about to make us better. Is this possible that the best thing he can do here is to sign Robertson? Ray, is that a distinct possibility, or is this just he's going to make a bigger strike?
This can't be it. I like the Robertson signing. I was the one here yesterday like, hey, this is nice. This is something to add to your bullpen. If this is it, Mike, we are in dire straits for the next 2 months.
Do you get the impression that this could be it from what Dombrowski said?
I think right now he and Middleton over the last 2 days have pretty much set themselves up to say, hey, we didn't get the fireballer ninth inning guy, and that's okay. That's what I'm reading.
We tried. The price was just too high.
That's what I'm reading from this, is that, hey, we've seen you guys mocking Clase, mocking Mason Miller, whether it be Duran, all these guys who are ninth inning guys across baseball. We've seen you guys asking for them. And you know what? We've got Mason Miller at home. Well, we're going to go get a Mason Miller type that you don't think is Mason Miller, but we think can be that effective in the ninth inning. And to me, that's terrifying.
I'm scared to death now. I really am. That, first of all, that they signed Robertson, it's a total move of desperation. How could he have pressed anybody throwing 88 to 90 miles an hour in his tryout? I mean, come on. What are we doing here? And then he says, well, I don't know if I expect it. I guess it's in the mix of things we'll talk about to make us better. He is laying groundwork to say maybe Robertson is the best we could do here, and we're going to have to live with it. And that is not enough, Ray.
No, it's not enough.
Not enough. Now they're talking about, well, he's going to go to the minor leagues. He's going to up his velocity, and we're going to start him in that middle inning role first. But then, when he builds up his arm in the minor leagues, then we're going to transition him to the major spots, high leverage situations. That's high leverage. You're going to throw him in high leverage situations, 90 miles an hour.
All right, take a deep breath on the 90 miles.
What's the point of signing a guy who's throwing 90?
He was sitting almost 95 last year.
I mean, he's not sitting 95 now. He's sitting 90. He's got atrophy in his arm. He's throwing 88 to 90. He said he kept working out.
He's building up. Give him some time,
He's
Mike.
building up. He's throwing 88 to 90 now. You're telling me he's going to build up to 95?
You said to me the workout doesn't really equate to pitching to live hitters. You think when the adrenaline's pumping a little, he's not going to be able to get that up?
It's even more. Your velocity should be even higher. If you're just throwing a baseball in a tryout, you should be pumping it without regard to who you're facing.
In 15 days, if he's still sitting 88 to 90, I'll hit the panic button. Until then,
When you
I'm cool.
when you read that, did it not sting you a little?
Oh, I knew I was going to have this back and forth. That's what stung me. That's exactly what it stung me. I was like, oh,
I don't
great.
know. Listen,
Here we
I'm
go.
a scout. I'm a scout. They send a scout out there. There's other scouts there. He throws for me. He's throwing the 88 to 90. Guess what I'm doing? I'm making an about face and getting in the car and going home. That's what I'm doing. Now, apparently, this scout calls up Charlie Kerfeld, the higher scout. He comes there. He makes a phone call. Oh, we got to sign him. We got to sign him at 88.90? What is that? Why waste your time? All right, maybe I'm wrong. 610-632-0975. It's the Mike Missanelli Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. I couldn't help but think back. I'm thinking about this tryout. I couldn't help but think about the movie The Rookie. Have you seen the movie The Rookie?
I have.
Okay, so this guy was a coach of a baseball team. All of a sudden, later in his life, is throwing close to 100 miles an hour, and the team gets somebody to come and look at him.
Right.
Now they see the guy's velocity, and they go, "Oh my God, we got." See, that's the thing. That's the kind of thing that would get my attention. Like if I've got to pay $6 million to a guy who's throwing 88 to 90, and he's 40 years old, no matter what his past has been, I would have a hard time doing that. That's all I'm saying. You want to get my attention, your velocity better get my attention.
I got you. There was no Ricky Bottalico working out up in Rhode Island this weekend, where you just go with the velocity of the guy that's throwing in the beer league. Like, I'm sorry. Look at all the contenders that were there for David Robertson. That's a sign of where the pitching market's at right now.
Nobody was interested in signing him.
That's not true.
Well, who was interested in signing him? Like they put a price on him. Okay, he's a veteran, but he's throwing 88, 90. He's worth $2 million. The Phillies are the one who go, no, we'll pay him $6 million.
He said he had a couple offers. The Phillies offered him quick and told him they needed a quick answer. So he took the money where the money was.
Took the money where the money was. The people that saw that tryout didn't react like the Phillies did. The Phillies reacted like, well, we got to sign this guy.
Or they tried to lowball him, and they want a quick answer.
What I'm saying is, we got to sign this guy. Maybe that's an edict. Like, we got to get somebody because maybe the likelihood of a deal is not there.
And that's concerning.
That's what's concerning me.
I'm not, but like you're making this a concern on Robertson and the Phillies. I'm concerned about the Phillies.
I'm concerned about signing Robertson as a waste of time. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, why waste your energy and money? If you're really going to sign somebody worth it, then let's make a deal. Let's go after that. Let's not mess around and do something like this as a fallback. Because once you have a fallback, maybe you're less inclined to make that deal.
Ooh. I mean, if they look at this as a fallback and as something that would justify them not making a move, then that's concerning.
Well, what's the immediacy of doing it? To replace Joe Ross? Yeah. Like, is that what it is?
I mean, Ross.
Is that a good enough reason?
Seth Johnson, Daniel Robert. I mean, again, you're looking at.
I get it, man. I maybe listen. My views on baseball are: if you don't throw 97 and 98 out of the pen, I got no use for you. I don't want to waste my time with trying to have you get guys out with guile. I already got that. I got guys that are I got Strom who gets guys out on guile. I don't need another one.
So should they bring back Carlos Hernandez? He had 100.
I listen. I'm telling you what. If I was a scout, I would go nah. I'm sorry. I would go nah. It's not to me. 88 to 90 is not worth it. It's just not. It's not going to get my attention in a tryout.
And if you believe that he could build up from 88 to 90 to get somewhere into the 92, 94 range.
I don't believe he can. He's 40 years old. You don't get stronger at age 40.
Last year.
You just don't.
According to StatCast, he sat 94.7 on the fastball.
Okay. A year has gone by with him not throwing in competitive situations. The arm atrophies. You lose your zip. Okay. I watched a guy last night who used to throw 98 miles an hour for the Red Sox. What did he top out at yesterday? It takes a long time to build your strength, and you don't build your strength when you're 40.
I'm willing to give this a shot.
You love this guy, man. You love David Robertson.
I love the idea of something aside from what I've seen already, and I didn't have to give up a prospect to get him.
You just love another guy. Like there's no notice that he's going to come in and be better than Joe Ross. Yes. Other than his track record in the past, which is the past.
What you say to defend a lot of the position players that are not doing enough for you right now at the plate, like the Bryson Stott, and like a couple weeks ago when we have the JT Realmuto conversation, is what else is your option? When I look at David Robertson, my total argument here is what else is my option? Am I going to go to a bunch of minor leaguers to prove me they have velocity but can't pitch?
And thereby leads me to, is this all you're going to do? Is this all you can do? And that's why you signed him.
For 4 hours yesterday, I told you it's not the only move I would make. It's not the only thing they could do. They're in trouble if their only option here at the deadline is picking up a 40-year-old David Robertson.
But I'm telling you, now they have a little bit of a fallback. Maybe that takes the starch out of the necessity to make a deal. This guy goes, well, I don't know if I expect it. I guess it's in the mix of things we'll talk about to make us better. They just spent $6 million in a luxury tax for this guy. They got this guy. This may be the guy they get.
If this is all they do, that's a mistake. If they truly believe that they don't expect to make another move in the bullpen, they're short-sighted and wrong about that.
All right, let's go to the phones. Hal in Naples is checking in. Hal, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Hal?
Hey, yo, Mike. What's up, buddy?
What's happening, man?
What's going on? Listen, I'm usually 100% all in on you because of your knowledge, but and your care for the game. But what I see about with the catcher's interference, no, I wholeheartedly agree with the rule.
Why?
Why? Because
to me, it's overly rewarding for nothing.
For nothing?
Yeah, it's
These
overly
catchers don't know where
rewarding.
they're at Mike, these catchers don't know where they're at when they're setting up, when they're trying to frame pitches and cheat.
How often does it really happen?
It can happen anytime.
Yeah, but how often does it really happen?
Any time of the game.
It doesn't happen often. Catcher's interference rarely happens.
More often this year than any other year, Mike.
Well, I still think that you should be punished by it's a ball and not a base.
Well, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter if it was the last play of the game or first inning? Does that matter?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe the rule should be you can't catcher's interference if there's a man on, if the bases are loaded and he'll be forced in, the game can't end that way. At that point, it would be a ball.
I just think the catchers are getting away with murder back there.
Oh, the catchers are getting away with murder. How? How are they getting away with murder?
They're pitching, they're framing pitches, and these umps are so bad, they're calling balls and strikes.
Well, that's crafty. That's the umpire's fault. That's not the catcher's fault.
Close. Mike, they're getting too close to the batter.
How? How are they getting too close to the batter?
Because apparently their bats are hitting the glove.
Well, I just got to tell you, how many times has catcher interference happened? What do you mean the bats hitting the glove? How many times? It may have happened 5 times this whole year.
Mike, when it does happen, it should be the rule.
I don't. You still haven't explained why it should be the rule. Why it's not overly rewarding.
Well, you haven't explained it to me. Why?
I'm telling you, you shouldn't be able to get a base by hitting the catcher's glove. That doesn't make any sense to me.
It should be just a ball. Then.
Yes, it should be a ball, just like a balk is a ball.
I'll be quiet on this.
What happened? What happened to him? He dropped off. Dude, Hal gets mad. Hal gets mad. Have you noticed this?
He's had a couple of angry.
He has had a couple of those where he gets mad, and you know, it's like, listen, I think it's overly punitive to the team on defense, and overly rewarding to the batter who happens to hit a glove of the catcher and gets awarded first base for it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the reason why people haven't looked at it closely, it doesn't happen often enough to be a problem. 610-632-0975. We're back on this.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time in Major League Baseball is the divisional era of the Phillies, and for the Phillies, we saw a game end in a walk-off catcher's interference. I'm so excited to tell you about it. I can't even get the words out. Mundo Sosa's check swing with the bases loaded was interfered with in the bottom of the 10th inning, bringing home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10, allowing 2 earned in the win. The Bats had another tough night, and prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about the guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report 2 training camps. They prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow. Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight on the Fanatic Birds, Insider returns with Andrew DeCecco getting you set for training camp at 6 o'clock. This update is brought to you by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. I keep thinking about like how our last caller goes. Yeah, that should be played because catchers are getting away with murder. Are catchers getting away with murder? Right?
So I looked this up in the break because I saw some of the conversation happen on our YouTube chat and what Hal said. Catcher's interference calls by Major League Baseball season. 2012, there was only 23 catcher's interference calls. By 2023, there were 96. And it's a trend that has continued to move up. Boston has had 7 of them now alone this season with that catcher.
Well, listen, catchers getting away with murder. He was saying the way they frame pitches. Well, who wouldn't frame pitches? Like that's an umpire problem. If you're going to let a frame determine a strike or a ball, then you got to get your eyes checked and get a little sharper. JT's one of the great pitch framers ever. So should we punish catchers because they're framing pitchers?
They're attempting to frame and getting in the way of the batter here.
All right. I still think it's an overly punitive thing to award a guy a base for catcher's interference. And more or less, first of all, it's the cheesiest way to ever win a game. You can't think of a cheesier way to win a game than that, right? And so, therefore, I go, okay, you want to keep the catcher's interference, just put a rule in that says you can't win a game by catcher's interference.
Nah, you can't put a rule in like that.
Why not? You can't win a game with the bases loaded with catcher's interference.
Well, then should we say there's no walk-off balks? That's a pretty cheesy way to win, too.
Well, I don't know. That's a deception of the runner. A walk-off balk probably would never happen because you're not deceiving a runner in that situation.
You saw it
You're
happen.
not holding him on and trying to trick him.
It's happened before.
Really?
Yeah, there's been walk-off balks. I know people in this area at the high school level had to deal with that in the championship game, the state championship. But in professional baseball, it's happened where there's been a walk-off balk.
It's just distasteful to me. I know I would say this for any team. The Phillies won a game last night, so I don't want to be ungrateful. But I just don't think you should win a game on catcher's interference.
I fired a text away into my group chat saying, that's rarer than a perfect game, folks. I witnessed history last night.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
where was your seat? In the 400 level last night?
133, Michael.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
First deck, Ray?
Yeah, it was Nepo ticket.
First deck, Ray. Nice. One other thing that Dave Dombrowski said, and he talked about Alvarado and the performance-enhancing drugs. Quote, I don't think that was assisting him at all. Really? What was he taking, Skittles? Oh, like what? It's called a performance-enhancing drug. That wasn't assisting him in any way? There's a lot of stuff that Dombrowski said that I go, what?
Yeah. We were joking about Middleton yesterday, and Dombrowski said, Middleton, hold my beer. I'm going to go talk and really upset those two.
Oh, God. Nah, that wasn't helping them. Don't worry about it. They don't help. Those performance-enhancing drugs. They should rename it to non-performance-enhancing drugs.
They were
That
just
would be
drugs.
better.
They weren't performance-enhancing. They were just drugs.
Come on, man. All right, let's go to, let's see. We got, your buddy's on the line. Ish from Levittown. What's up, Ish?
Hey, Mike, how are you?
What's going on, Ish?
I'm okay. Mike, I said this to you yesterday. I do not think they're going to make another move. I feel like this is their best move.
It might be.
That they're going to make.
It might be. That's why he's defending it.
And, yes, because he keeps saying internal. There's nothing internal about this team that can help this pitching staff. It's horrible. And he kept making these these minor league deals with these pitchers and these bullpen arms to help us out. And we're not getting a bat and we're not getting a bullpen arm.
Well, we shall see. The trading deadline is fast approaching. We'll see if they pull the trigger on something. But he said, I don't know if I expect it, and maybe he's just falling back on the fact that they signed David Robertson. I hope not. I hope he's just an addition for the middle part of a game.
And with his arm and his velocity, Mike, I agree with you. He's 40 years old. That his velocity is not going to go up. So I don't know why certain people are happy with this signing. I'm not really.
By certain people, do you mean Ray, your buddy?
Oh, Ray's there?
Ray's.
Oh, I didn't know Ray was there.
Yeah, Ray's there.
Ray, I heard you and Connor were at the beach getting some takeout. You ordered from the kids menu. You ordered a little chicken nuggets with the penguins, and you had the little dipping sauce. And you had the penguins, and you was dipping in barbecue sauce, Wayman. Is that true? You was sitting at the kids' table, Wayman.
See, I gave him the idea yesterday. I said, you missed the big thing because he was going to go to brunch with Connor. So he figured he'd do a variation on that.
Yeah.
And it's coming off. He's in a bad slump.
Yes. This is
He's
Kepler-esque.
like, oh, for his last 84.
Yeah, this is poor.
Yeah.
This is very poor by him.
Yeah. Not good.
No.
All right, let's go Dwayne in Philly. Dwayne, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Dwayne?
Yo, Mike.
What's happening?
I was at the gym last night watching. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
No complaints, man. Got a couple complaints, but I'm happy with the win. But it's funny because I was at the gym last night, and during like the fourth inning, I was like, "There's going to be extra innings." I looked at everybody in the gym. I said, "We're going to get extra innings because we don't have no numbers on the board." We just talked about this last week too.
Mm-hmm.
I swear we did. I said, "Yo, we can't do this 2-3 hit thing in the first 5 innings. We need to put up more." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm happy with the win, but I feel weird about it. And last night I was like, I'm going to call in, and I know Mike's.
Yeah, I feel weird about it too. I go, that's a letdown. They won the game. You know? That's kind of a letdown the way they won it, though.
It's just not something to celebrate. It's.
I actually thought the celebration was cool because it was so uncelebratory that they almost made it cool. You know, it's like he really did nothing, but they doused him with water and stuff, and I think that was a sarcastic celebration. So I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I definitely had a chuckle, but leaving the gym, I kind of was like, yo, if that's not a championship win. Like you can't you can't win the games that we need to be winning.
Well, you win a game. Listen, Dwayne, you win a game any way you can get it. I'm not going to give back the win. It's a win. I just think that the rule it's weird to win a game on catcher's interference.
So you think they should have? You think it should have been like a ball?
I think in a situation like, first of all, I think the rule should be changed that catcher's interference is a ball. And secondly, if they're not going to change it, then you can't win a game with the bases loaded on catcher's interference. That would be the real rule I put in. It's like you can't run the first base on a pass ball when the base is occupied. Like the same kind of theory.
Right. It's like you're winning by default, and
I just think you're rewarding a batter who doesn't deserve to be rewarded by getting a base. Now, if you get hit with a pitch, you've earned that. You take the pain. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic. 7-5, the Fanatic. And you can get in 610-622-0975. Let's go back to we haven't gotten to the text board yet. I know there's a lot of text on this thing. Just one thing before we get to the text. All right, with the signing of David Robertson, which I don't like a little bit, are we going back to the Archie Bradley days? You remember when we had a bunch of guys that threw 88 to 90?
I do.
Bullpen? You know, the Matt Klentak era. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I was screaming, please, get somebody who throws hard. And finally, Browski came in and made it a priority. So I asked this question. What could possibly have impressed you if you were at that David Robertson throw-off? What could, as a scout, what could have possibly impressed you if he's throwing 88 to 90? What?
Mechanics look good. The guy looks like the pitcher
mechanics
he's been.
look good? He's throwing 88 to 90? What could have impressed you?
You say, hey, with about 2 weeks of him getting in there, being within our system, he starts to look like the pitcher he's been. He's been in the bigs for 16 years, pitched to a sub-3 ERA. And, hey, right now we're rolling out Seth Johnson and Daniel Robert in important situations. How much worse can it get for us?
I would say thanks, but no thanks, Dave. I wish you the best of luck. Right now, our priority is to beef up our bullpen substantially, not marginally. And therefore, we're putting all our energy into acquiring legit power arms.
Okay.
I need to talk to the scout who called. We got to sign him. He's throwing 88 to 90. He's 40 years old. He hasn't pitched in almost a year. What could possibly have impressed you as a scout? He's not even the rookie. He's not even Dennis Quaid.
That's fine. I'm all about velocity, all about great stuff. That's not why I'm excited about this. The one thing I'm excited about is the fact that it's someone I know has pitched at this level and has done this before.
And you also know that guys hit walls somewhere along the line, especially when you're 40 years old.
And if Robertson last year had a 5 ERA and stunk, I would be concerned like that.
Last year, Ray, 1 year to the next, when you get older, it can fall off the cliff. You know that.
It absolutely can. And it also can be a bunch of young guys who still don't know how to pitch and are in this bullpen right now. Like, the idea that they had something that was so much better than this just waiting for them for free.
They got Max Lazar, don't they? They got Max Lazar, and they put him in that spot. Look what he did.
And he gets to keep his job after last night, all right? He's not a part of the triumvirate of guys
got confidence in Max Lazar now, more than he has in Romano.
Right. Which is like, okay, Romano's been here. I know what that is. How many pitchers do you have?
I will take velocity anytime over 88 to 90. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's Seth Johnson. I don't care if it's Lazar. I don't care if it's that other guy they got down there. Who's the other guy? What's his name?
Daniel Robert?
Daniel Robert. Throws 98. I'll take my chances with that.
They did that. The beginning of this season, they got Carlos Hernandez. He throws 100. Where is he right now?
Well, but he stinks, and he stunk at various levels before they got him. And he's gone. Sayonara. All right, let's go to the text board. What are they saying on the text board?
Jose in Delaware. What if the catcher sees the pitcher is throwing a meatball down the middle of the plate instead of giving up the home run and elects to interfere with the swing? Much like a defensive back intentionally taking a pass interference instead of giving up a touchdown.
Catchers
Justified penalty.
Do that on purpose. Catchers don't want to get their hand hit. Hey, that guy was overzealous last night on that one pitch. They're not going to make a habit of it. What else?
In that situation, it did not matter if batter got first base. The runners advanced. Same result if the pitcher balked.
Yeah, I'm saying that the pitcher balking gives you a base. That's fine and dandy because you're deceiving a runner. The pitcher wouldn't have balked with the bases loaded because there's no reason to deceive a runner in that situation.
Going back to the Dombrowski conversation here, Jay in Abington. If Robertson is all Dombrowski can do, is it Dombrowski's fault or is Middleton handcuffing him?
I don't think Middleton's handcuffing him because to sign Robertson, it was $6 more million and put him at $12 million in the luxury tax. I don't think Middleton's handcuffing him. If I'm Middleton, I go, oh, hell no. on that signing. You're going to pay this guy throwing 88 to 90? You're going to throw $6 million at him? Put me in the $12 million luxury tax? No. Absolutely not. Make a deal. Make a better deal than that.
One more for you here from an unnamed texter. Love the walk-off even with bases loaded and nobody out. Who knows if this team could have scored a run? That's right.
Good.
Hell
You
yeah.
love the walk-off. They won the game. You love the fact that they won the game. All right. I get it. I don't particularly care for winning a game on catcher's interference. I just don't like if I separate myself from the Phillies winning a game last night, I go, that shouldn't happen. That's my instinct was, that shouldn't happen. I was there going through the replay. I knew, let's say, showed the replay right away, and I knew he hit his glove. I go, the game's over. But why? But it feels weird that this game's over. You didn't feel weird at all. You're watching the game live.
Felt awesome.
You felt awesome that they won the game on catcher's interference.
I also have to say there was a little bit of like I don't want to call it like the toxic man in me there, but like the kind of I'm so bright here where I realized it as it was happening, and I was like, yes. I was like, there's
You
my
said,
rule book
how many
coming
beers?
through.
How many beers did you have in you?
One like 3 hours before.
Just one?
Yeah.
Last night?
I was with my brother and two neighbors, both of which are underage. I'm not going to be drinking around the underages.
Why not? Screw them.
No.
You enjoy beer every now and then.
No. I enjoy plenty of beers. I think you know that. I think for
That's
all
what
of
I
us
mean.
here.
Screw the underagers.
No, I'm setting a good example for the young men.
It's your life, not
Yeah,
theirs.
I'm setting an
When they
example
get to
for
be
the
your
young
age,
men.
you think they're going to be pounding beers?
Probably. They're both college kids, too, so I'm assuming they probably are already.
Yeah. One more text.
All right. One more text here. Ish is about as faux. No, never mind. Can't go all the way through that one. We got Mike from Phoenixville here. Is Dombrowski becoming a hate-the-face guy? Anytime I see him in front of a camera, he just looks annoying. They're setting us up to be disappointed.
He really does look annoying. I don't know what it is. He's gotten grizzly looking. What is the chat saying about the Robertson stuff?
The Robertson stuff?
Are they down with the Robertson thing? Like I'm saying, if I'm watching a guy throw 88 to 90, I got no use for him. I'm sorry, I'm out. And maybe some other team signs him and make me look bad, but I can't. I have to set a standard for somebody I'm going to assign to a contract that's going to help my ball club.
Yeah, YouTube chat asking if Ricky's in shape. Sean saying he was disappointed when he was 88-90. Like, I was also disappointed when he was 88-90. I'm not going to tell you I'm not disappointed.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm under the assumption, boy, he must have thrown 95 because when you're just throwing, you're pumping it up and you're trying to impress and you're letting it loose. And I'm going, well, he made, they saw he still had the velocity. They signed him. When it was 88 to 90, I go, why in hell would you even waste your time? All right. I hope I'm wrong. 610-632-0975. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time in Major League Baseball's divisional era, we saw a game end in walk-off catcher's interference. It's the first time since 1971. Edmundo Sosa's check swing with the bases loaded was interfered with in the bottom of the 10th inning, bringing home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10, allowing 2 earned runs in the win. The Bats had another tough night, and prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report to training camp as they prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow with Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight, Birds Insider returns to the Fanatic with Andrew DeCecco getting you set for training camp at 6 o'clock. This update's brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class, CLE Coupe, C-Class, and EQE Sedan. Hurry in now through July 31st. Learn more at mbusa.com/dream. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
7-5 The Fanatic coming up in 5 minutes time. Let's fake a deal. Yes, we've been doing this every day. The product of Ray Dunn's sick mind on who the Phillies will acquire during the trading deadline and what they would have to pay and whether you would do this deal or not. We'll do that at 11 o'clock. In the meantime, we got Reggie, who's checking in from Oregon, our traveling truck driver. Reggie is in Oregon. Reggie, what are you doing in Oregon?
Heading up to Washington to deliver a load of Ocean Spray juices.
Ocean Spray juices?
Yeah.
Cranberry juice.
Yeah.
What is it, your period?
Morning, Mike and Ray. How y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're doing fantastic, Reggie.
Oh, okay. Let's make sure this is on the record. I will 100% disagree with the callers that say they usually agree with you. That list is growing.
Yeah.
I usually agree with you, Mike.
Yeah, but I love the but calls. Yeah.
And then the second thing, I got this on good authority that the scouts were listening to two guys behind them say, "Yo, that dude throws like Rob Dabble." So the scouts were hearing Rob Dibble, even though the dude said Dabble, and that's why they.
You're sort of like Rob Dabble instead of Dibble.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I see what you did there, Reg. Rob Dabble.
So the scout.
You're cracking yourself up today, Reg.
Yeah, he had his back turned, and when the ball hit the glove, the sound that it makes, he go, oh yeah, we got to get this guy.
Listen, I just wonder. Like, I want to put that guy's eyes in my head. What did he see that I wouldn't have seen? You know, like a scout that was seeing 80, and he's got the gun on him. Oh, oof, 88.
He was looking the other direction. That's what he saw. He wasn't looking at.
All right, listen. God bless David Robertson. He got $6 million because a tryout he threw 88 to 90. God bless him. It's good work when you can get it, Reggie. Be safe out there. Good work when you can get it. Jimmy in Bucks County. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Jimmy.
What's going on there, Mike?
What's happening?
All right, I love the show.
Thank you.
I listen to you every single time.
Well, thank you very much, Jimmy.
About the Phillies.
Yeah.
I think we could do a little bit better with our staff. I think we can get rid of Harper and Turner to get some other better people.
Huh?
Talk about Bryce Harper and Trey Turner. I think we should trade them to get better people.
Are you trying to joke me? Is this a joke?
Like, Trey Turner makes way too many mistakes. He's trying to slug everything he gets a hold of. And Bryce Harper, since he got here, I know he's only had 2 home runs. But I just don't understand why he left Washington to come here.
Well, he signed a free agent contract that paid him a ton of money, which is probably the major reason.
That part, but the thing I'm understanding is he's in Washington. He hits all those home runs. What's here that's different? It should be the same thing as what it would be in Washington.
You don't think that Bryce Harper has paid dividends as a Philly?
On my respective end, no.
No? Jimmy, are we okay today? Are we good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're telling me they should trade Harper and Turner for what?
Mike, I want to see our team win, not lose every game.
So lose every game. Jimmy, they're in first place.
By what? A half a game?
It doesn't matter. They're in first place in their division. They're going into the playoffs as a high seed. What are we talking about here?
What I'm talking about is our team should be winning more. We should be losing to the
And you're telling me that Turner, who's hitting 300, and Harper, who's still a viable middle-of-the-order hitter, you don't like in your lineup?
I like Harper, but I'm not liking Trey Turner.
Why not?
The man is making way too many mistakes on defense.
Where is he making mistakes lately on defense? You're not paying attention. See, come on. At least pay attention. You get all kinds of calls, folks. Sometimes you don't know what to do with them. Sometimes you don't know if the guy's putting you on or not. You know?
Kind of incredible. Ish probably comes out of that hour as the second craziest phone call we got.
I'm sitting there trying to get a vibe on whether the guy's trying to joke me or not. He was serious.
I feel like I'm going with the old.
He was
Is
trying
this
to
a joke call?
You think he was a joke call? I don't know. I think he was serious.
Trying to unload Harper. I mean, maybe. I
I
don't know if he's playing the show and he just got the ability to trade whoever.
It's 11 o'clock. You're listening to the Mike Missanelli Show, WPN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. 11 o'clock, it is time for Let's Fake a Deal. Ray.
It might be a bullpen pitcher. It could be an outfielder. Or what if it's both? Let's find out on Let's Fake a Deal. Here's your host, the 17th Assistant General Manager of the Phillies, Mike Missanelli.
Yes, I've been back up to the 17th. They like what I had to say yesterday, so they upped me back to the 17th slot. I'm no longer in the hallway. I'm in the back row again, Ray.
I look forward to when they introduce you to David Robertson.
Well, I would greet him warmly.
Oh, would you?
Yes, I would say, wait a minute, I don't want to shake your hand because I might jostle that arm that throws 88 to 90. I don't want to disturb it anymore because tomorrow he might throw 88. I mean, 86. In any event, this is a trade that Mike Miss from the back row means business with. Ray, what's the Let's Fake a Deal for today?
All right. We all saw the Ken Rosenthal report, I'll call it, from yesterday, where he was going through some of the things he's hearing across Major League Baseball. Mason Miller was certainly at the top of that story, and the Phillies were the team named as the most likely of anyone that he would see to try and make that move. In this move, the Phillies acquire Mason Miller. The A's acquire Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tait, and Mick Abel.
Oh, my.
Prospects 2, 4, and 5 in the Phillies system. Would you do the
You
deal?
are giving up 2, 4, and 5 for the hard-throwing right-hander Mason Miller, who would solve your back-end bullpen problems. Would you do it, folks? I am in on the deal. Not because I want to give up 2, 4, and 5. Because I am now desperate, and I put myself in that situation. And to cure the desperation, I got to go overboard. I may regret it down the road, giving away these kind of guys, but I've got to do it. I'm getting a hard-throwing guy who's under team control, still a young guy, going to have him for a number of years. To me, that is worth it. In the years I have Mason Miller, maybe I can fortify some more prospects down in my system to get to that level where they're number 2, number 4, and number 5. I'm doing the deal, Ray. How about you?
So my one reluctance to this deal is not so much what you're getting or what you're giving up. It's basically punting on the fact that you're going to be able to improve the lineup in a meaningful way. I don't know if you're going to be able to get anything else lineup-wise to make you better. And that concerns me.
So you want 2 players, not 1.
I want, yes. And that probably is 2 deals. I know we had Chase the Stark on last week. He said the perfect trade deadline deal did include both those players coming together. Yep. I'm struggling to see that package right now for the Phillies come to fruition. I think I'm still doing it, but I'm doing it and really hoping that the market falls apart on some other bat and that we can make that work, because this deal, 3 of your top 5 prospects, if you're really not dealing Painter or Crawford, what's Arun Escobar getting you? What's Gene Cabrera getting you?
All right, now hold on. Because you make this deal, the outfielder you acquire is Justin Crawford.
And that's not right-handed pop, Mike.
It's not right-handed pop, but it's pop. It's excitement. It's energy in your lineup, where maybe you can live then with the left field situation.
Yeah, pop in terms of excitement isn't exactly pop in terms of what puts it in the seats.
Well, here's what you would do. Justin Crawford be your everyday center fielder, and you would platoon in left field with Marsh and Otto Kemp, who can't play third base, by the way.
Yeah, we could get to that too.
Yeah, well, we want to get to Otto?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coming up.
He was a little clam-handed yesterday, wasn't he?
I've got a question for the fan base on that one. It's just nothing against the guy. Just another guy that I happen to like.
Why do they like him so much?
Yeah. Well,
Why do they like him and not play Sosa there?
Yeah, I'm
Is that
just
what you're
curious.
saying?
We've done this I feel like we've galaxy brained as a fan base for what? The last 2 years of how to get Edmundo Sosa in the lineup more. The opportunity to get Edmundo Sosa in the lineup more comes up, and they're like, you know what?
Yeah, my assumption is that they want to also play Sosa at second base, and they don't want to peg-hole him into a regular third base situation when they need him to platoon with Stott. But I don't get the Otto Kemp adoration at all. And I've heard a lot of players, yeah, he's going to get his chance. He's got good. He looks like a good hitter. He's got a good. I go, what do you see in Otto Kemp that's so special that he would have to play third base every day or platoon in left field? What has he done to impress you? Seems like a nice enough kid. It's a good story that he got to the big leagues. Is he a major league player?
I don't think he's an everyday major league player right now.
Is he a major league player in general, or is he one of those guys who's just a AAA, 4A player?
I think he could be on a roster right now.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, he's still hitting, 250 since he came up?
He had one home run. He had a double here and there. I don't see it. He was terrible yesterday at third base.
The position, the lack of a position outside of first base, and he has not given you first base pop yet at the big leagues, is the biggest con to me against him.
That's the problem with their whole system. They don't have guys that can play regular positions. And Weston Wilson's of the world. Non-position players.
Here's the galaxy brain for you to get Sosa in the lineup to take us into the next break.
Okay, go ahead.
Is Otto Kemp the right-handed side of that second base platoon, and Sosa should be the third baseman in the time that Bohm's in?
Ah, I see where you're going there. Can Otto Kemp play second base, though?
I mean, he has. Can he play it well is a different question.
I don't think he can play second base either. I don't think he can play any position very well. And that's a problem. All right, 610-632-0975. I've thrown two things out there. One, winning a game on a catcher's interference. If you can separate yourself from the Phillies winning it, how do you feel? And number two, David Robertson throwing 88 to 90 in a tryout. Would you have signed him? 610-632-0975. We're back after this. The Mike Missanelli Show. It's on 97.5 The Fanatic, 610-632-0975. I was just taking some inventory of the bullpen right now with Max Lazar being used. It's funny about managers. They get confident in certain guys and they lose their confidence in other guys. They lose their trust. He's lost his trust in Romano right now. So Lazar has moved up. And he's going to use Lazar before he's going to use Romano. So the golden four right now, Kirk, Strom, Banks, Lazar. That's your golden four right now, right?
Hell of a Mount Rushmore.
And then you got Robertson in the mix, which means that Ross will probably be DFA'd. And then they'll hold on to the two harder throwing guys, either Robert Johnson or and then Romano's in there.
Think they're going to give up on Joe Ross like that?
I think they might. I think signing Robertson makes Ross irrelevant.
Yeah,
that's the spot that he'll use. He usually uses Ross in.
Ross has also made Ross pretty irrelevant.
Yeah, he's been mediocre and worse than that.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Mediocre's kind.
Yeah.
It's been a disappointing $4 million investment.
We got Let's Fake a Deal reaction on the text line and on the chat. Let's get to it.
All right, let's start with the chat here. We have Neil that said, I think I'm passing. Colby saying, fair.
Wait, he's passing
He's
on
passing
that deal?
on that deal.
Well, why? Did he give a reason why? It just says I'm passing?
Passing.
So the deal is Mason Miller for Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tait, and Mick Abel.
Yeah, he just said he's passing.
Passing on that.
So, Neil, feel free to clarify your position.
Okay.
Colby said, fair but tough. I suppose I would. He has the same concerns as I do with regards to getting a bat. Dave in the YouTube chat just kept typing in "do it" in all caps. So I think Dave is doing the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Wright, smell you later at all three. The Big M, I am out. Joseph Brennan, I do it for two of the guys, not three of them.
Well, you can't change the deal. See, the Let's Fake a Deal is the deal. You can't alter it. So it's either this or you don't do it.
Another YouTube chat here saying Miller would not solve the outfield is garbage problem.
Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing: if you need two things, isn't getting one better than not getting any?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. In a perfect world, I'd love the bat also. But if this is the best you can do, you're doing pretty good.
You are. I will say in this
you're doing pretty well.
42
Be correct.
game stretch since June 1st. I think they've scored 2 runs the last 15 times in that.
I get it. They need a little spark, but they also need that guy.
I know, it's just tough. How much is Mason Miller going to help you from watching out there in the outfield?
I'll tell you how much he's going to help you. If you've got the best starting pitching going into the playoffs, that back end is very important.
Oh, it is. I'm not telling you not to go out and get the reliever. I'm just saying if you empty everything you've got to go get that reliever, I worry that this lineup to me is a bat shy of one that I think can win the World Series.
Okay, I got it. But now your bullpen would be Miller, Strom, Kerkering, Banks, Lazar. There it is. That's your pen. And Romano's out.
I mean,
Lazar, baby.
Is that it? Is that the guy now? Are we the Max Lazar show?
Lazar, he used it last night. Oh, my God. Look at what he did in that 10th.
I thought it was going to be Romano for sure, and I was at that point rooting for baseball to change the rule to swing off immediately.
Trust. They don't trust Romano a little bit right now, and they have more trust in Lazar.
So
they were chirping about his performance last night on the air, weren't they?
Yeah, they were excited for him. You know what? We're the Max Lazar show right here.
There you go.
He's our guy.
He might be the guy that emerges from the shadows.
All right, we got text line reaction to the Let's Fake a Deal. All caps, do it now from Joe in Florida. Mark checking in saying, yes, sir, on that deal. We have Chris in Plymouth Meeting saying, I will give Painter and Crawford for that deal. Keep Miller and Abel.
You get Painter and Crawford. Keep Miller and Abel. Why? Why would you keep Abel over Painter? And why would you keep Miller over Crawford?
I mean, I can understand the person that says Crawford's ground ball rate in minor league baseball concerns you about him becoming a major league guy that puts the ball in the air and does.
Yeah.
And it hits 300.
But they're always like, it's funny because they complain about that the lineup has no diversity. And yet this is a guy that would give you diversity.
He
Much
would.
like Stephen Kwan would.
Yeah. No, he would give you diversity of the lineup. I just think I'm still looking for right-handed pop. Like, if Crawford comes up and they try to sell me on the move for this outfield as Crawford being the solution, I'm going to struggle with that one.
I would want right-handed pop too. However, if this is the best I could do and I can't get the right-handed pop, this is okay for me.
So Mason
telling
Miller
you.
would be good for you. at the
Mason
deadline.
Miller would be okay for me because he solidifies a major part of what you need coming down the stretch and in the playoffs when your starter can get to 7 innings, and then you got guys like Miller, Strom, Kirkring, Banks to finish out a game. I don't know why I'm saying Banks. I don't know how he gets people out. He does.
Now we're a Tanner
I
Banks
don't know how
show, too?
Strom gets people out, but he does.
By the end of the show, we're just going to be pro the entire bullpen. This bullpen's set, Mike. I don't even know why we're talking about this.
It's a mystery to me how those left-handers that they bring in get people out, but they do. So I'm disarmed.
Both of them. I think last night got the first 2 guys out that had a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah. All right. 610-632-0975. On the other side, a really interesting story about an umpire clashing with a pitcher and tossing him out and having a comment. And I thought it was beautiful. And I'm usually anti-umpire. I thought it was fantastic what that umpire said. Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off catcher's interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time in Major League Baseball's divisional era, we saw a game end in a walk-off catcher's interference. It's the first time since 1971. Edmundo Sosa's check swing with bases loaded was interfered with in the bottom of the 10th inning, bringing home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10, allowing 2 earned runs in the win. The Bats had another tough night, and prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about the guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report to training camp as they prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow with Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight, Birds Insider returns to the Fanatic with Andrew Checo get you set for training camp at 6 o'clock. This update's brought to you by Dairy Queen, flying to DQ today for a cosmic collision of flavors in their new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard treat for a limited time. And don't miss Superman, only in theaters. DQ, happy tastes good. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Red Sox lineup from top to bottom offensively. You like it, right?
Not bad.
It's not a bad lineup,
No.
is it? As soon as they got rid of my man, Devers, it looks like they've solidified. They've come together, the Red Sox.
Yeah, some of these guys have actually started playing, which is cool. Like Bregman coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a nice little jolt for him. Story, remembering how to play baseball, has been pretty cool for him.
By the way, what's wrong with Bregman? How come he can't run?
It is so funny you say that. We were there the night when we were up in Boston. It was his first night back in action, and he hit a ground ball and like he didn't move. And my brother's like, "Is he hurt again? Is he a problem?" So last night when we see him on the base paths again, my brother and I are laughing to each other.
How is he not scoring that double into the right field corner? How does he not score?
Exactly what we were saying is he's running towards us because we're on the third base line. He's coming to third base. My brother's like, "Well, still can't run."
What's wrong with? How can he play if he can't run?
I don't know. I guess they think, all right, he's going to be able to, swing the bat and play defense, and that's good enough for them.
All right. If you can't run, you can't play. I don't know. Anyway, so a couple days. What's this? A couple days ago happened? Verlander?
The Verlander thing. So
Yeah.
I heard the morning guys talking about it, and I didn't look into it. So
Yeah,
Verlander-
so it happened a couple days ago. Verlander was having a rough outing. They take him out, and he was yapping at the umpire from the dugout, and then they threw him out in the sixth inning. The umpire's name was Chad Whitson. So he throws him out, and the Verlander's about him. He turns to him. He says, "Why don't you worry more about getting out of the third inning?" That's classic. Isn't that a great thing to say?
I mean, it cracks me up.
Listen, I'm not an umpire fan, right? I hate umpires, basically. But they take so much crap from the dugout and all the time on balls and strikes and calls and this and that. And I thought that was a great comeback by the guy. Boom.
I mean, it probably steps over the line here.
It probably does because Major League Baseball doesn't want their umpires causing that. The players are sacred now. You can't offend the player. God forbid. But that reminded me of something that I experienced too. I didn't like umpires when I played, and I used to tell them when I thought I had really good knowledge of the strike zone, and I knew what was a bad call. So I took a pitch. It was low, and he called it a strike. And I stepped out, and I went, "Come on, that pitch is low." He stepped out of the umpire's box, took off his mask, and he said, "Son, you have enough trouble playing this game, much less umpiring it."
Wow.
he shut me down. Like I went, I didn't have a comeback. For the first time in my life, I was speechless.
There he is. The one time Mike was wrong.
I go, well, he beat me there. I got back, I got back in the box. But I got to give points for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
That's why I would never draw with an umpire. Especially after seeing his bat
I
once.
looked at him. I guess I was ready to give him a thumbs up, but I didn't. I just got back in the box. I was completely humbled.
Appreciate the feedback. Thanks, Blue. I'm going to go bat now.
Oh, my God. All right, 610-632-0975. Let's get Dave from Marlton, New Jersey here. Dave, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Dave?
Like you missed, first time, long time.
What's going on, Dave? How you doing?
Good, man. Funny you brought up umpire, former minor league umpire myself. That was a great chat by Chad Winston. That's
Yeah, it is pretty good. Why don't you worry about getting out of the third inning, old man?
Yeah, Verlander's ERA is up to like 7 now.
It is.
Other things to worry about.
Yeah.
So the trade, it was Mason Miller for Miller, Abel, and who?
Eduardo Tait, the catchers in single A, and Mick Abel.
Okay. So I was just up in New England with my buddies playing golf this weekend. They said, "What do you want at the deadline?" I said, "We need Mason Miller and Brent Rooker." So I'm adding Painter, and I want Brent Rooker in the deal too.
You're adding Painter. So you're giving away Abel, Painter, Miller, and Tait for Brent Rooker, who can't play the outfield, and Mason Miller.
Mike, we won the World Series with Pat Burrell in left field, and I won the World Series with Kyle Schwarber in left field.
That's actually not a bad counterpoint. All
I
right.
need that
So
back,
you're
Mike.
giving away. All right. Right. Let me run this by. He's giving up Miller, Taillon, Abel, and Painter for Mason Miller and Brent Rooker. Are you in?
Hard to turn down that level of production.
And we got him under control.
You're
for
giving
what,
away
4 more years?
4 primo prospects for Mason Miller and Brent Rooker.
Yeah, you're probably doing it.
I guess I
Here's the
gotta.
deal,
I
Red.
guess I gotta do that too. I guess I gotta do
Come on,
it. It
Dave.
solves 2
Here's the
problems.
deal.
Oh, yeah, you're
Yep.
probably doing it, bringing up Crawford to play center.
All
then.
right, Dave. Not a bad suggestion. So if I add Painter to it, well, I don't think that they would do it. I don't think they would give away 4.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's like, yeah, you just have to win. Like, this point, you've sold everything. This is the year.
Yeah.
If you don't do it this year, like, we've sold our soul at this
Well,
point.
this is a sellout deal. You're giving away 4 prospects. You have to replenish 4 prospects and let them rise into that level. And you're having Mason Miller and Rooker, but you do have them for at least a couple of years together.
Yeah, Paco Figueroa is out there every single day. Rooker, this is how you play left. Or Schwarber,
Yeah.
congrats, welcome back to left field, man. You're in better shape now?
I know Bill was big on acquiring Rooker, and at this stage, he's the DH for a reason. But he makes a good point. Pat Burrell was no gem,
No.
nor was Schwarby. And way back in the day when the Phillies were winning, Greg Luzinski was playing left field.
I mean, Eric Bruntlett was the left fielder when Game 5 ended in 08. So it shows you where they felt about Burrell and his defensive ability out there.
Rooker would give you some right-handed pop, boy.
Oh, God. It's...
That deal is, you're salivating now over that deal.
Yeah. I
You're getting
mean,
both of those guys. That's the 2 areas of concern, and boom, you knocked them down. Boom, boom.
oh. I mean, I don't have to watch another Kepler at bat.
Yeah,
Which-
he's annoying looking. Like I don't know what it is. I look at him now, and I think people are have the same feeling because they boo him at every turn.
Oh, yeah, last
Yeah,
night.
he's getting booed at every turn, no
It
matter
was-
what he does.
It was funny to me, the juxtaposition of they announce Kepler's name in the lineup, Dan Baker batting 8th, and Kepler gets booed, and then batting 9th, Stott, and the cheers, and I was like, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he's unfortunately he's in that Tobias Harris lane now, where everything he does he gets booed.
He did have a nice line drive that got caught. That was encouraging.
Yeah, he actually hit the ball hard twice last night.
He did.
His first 2 at bats. All right, Brendan in Harrisburg checking in. Brendan, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's up, Brandon? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I totally agree with that last caller. I thought this whole time you do whatever you got to do to get Miller and/or Rooker, but especially both of them. Plugs 2 holes. This team couldn't be more in win now mode. For the athletic sake in it, if that you offer Painter, that's what they want. They want someone that's going to be there. Game 1, best case scenario to throw out the first pitch in their new stadium. You make the move, give them what they want. You plug 2 holes. Harper would be, he would do whatever to get that behind him in the lineup. He'd play right field.
Wow.
You move everybody around to make it work. You don't hesitate. You got nobody in the minors right now would help you in the postseason more than either one of those guys. So I say you do the deal.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to have to switch this deal up and see how many people would do this deal. So you're in on that deal. Painter, Painter and Abel, your 2 top pitching prospects. Miller, your number 2 prospect in your organization, and Taillon, your number 4 prospect. You're in.
I would totally do it. I think if you can hang on to Crawford, that'd be great. But if they would want him versus one of those other 3, then I would even do that. I mean, I forget what his name was. Wasn't it like Vernon Golston or something? He came up and was like a postseason
Greg Golson.
Pinch runner.
Greg Golson.
Whatever the name was. But he came in, was like a pinch runner for the Phillies in the playoffs a long time ago. Even if Crawford, could come up and do that, and that's what you use him for, I think those additions in whatever combination would be perfect for the Phillies.
Yeah. All right. That's I appreciate it, Brendan. Thank you. Let's fashion a lineup here. Crawford, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Rooker, Castellanos, Who am I missing? That's 6, right? Who hits 7?
We got JT in there yet?
Oh, JT. JT. Stott.
Boom. You get Boom.
Oh, I forgot Bohm. All right, I got to redo this. Crawford. Turner. Harper. Schwarber. Rooker. Bohm. Castellanos. JT. Stott. It's not a bad lineup, dude.
I'm so intrigued.
That is not a bad lineup.
As to how Thompson will respect the veterans with this lineup of not batting any of them like 7th or 8th.
Well, Castellanos is used to hitting 7th. He did it through the playoffs, right? You know, the only thing is the righty-lefty thing. You got Harper, Schwarber. You can't split them up.
You're not
Right?
having
You
Harper
can't-
hit behind Rooker.
No, you can't split them up. You got to have Harper and Schwarber that high in the lineup. You can't have Schwarber any lower than 5.
Which, by the way, just to disagree with you, Crawford for me is batting 9th.
He's batting 9th?
Yeah.
You're not going to lead him off.
No, I think he's got to
Okay.
earn his keep here before I move him ahead of Turner, Schwarber, Harper.
All right, that's fair. But then you got 2 lefties at the bottom. You got Stott, Crawford.
Well, thank goodness
all
for
right,
Sosa.
Who's your lineup?
All right, Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Rooker, Bohm.
You got Schwarber hitting 2nd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Schwarber, Harper, Rooker, Bohm. And that's where it becomes difficult because I want to mix a lefty in after Bohm. Marsh has been hit the best of he and Stott. So I guess Marsh, Casty, JT, Stott, Crawford. Stott, Sosa, depending on what to the day. And then I guess you may have Sosa bat 9th and you brought Crawford 8th.
We'll
to
split
up the
solidify
righties.
this. You got Crawford hitting 9th just to keep the no pressure on him. I like it.
Yeah, and if there's
Okay.
someone that I want to get the maximum amount of
He's
plate appearances.
he's no Rojas hitting 9th, but maybe we'll have to live with it. 610-632-0975. All right, folks. We have just changed the landscape of the deal. Would you trade your top 2 pitching prospects, your top hitting prospect, and your top catching prospect in a deal that acquires right-handed pitcher, 100-mile-an-hour thrower, Mason Miller, and slugging outfielder, he would have to play outfield here, Brent Rooker? 610-632-0975. We'll be back after this.
Andrew Salciunas, Sean Kincade.
11:42, Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's go over this lineup again. We've already made the deal where the Phillies acquire Mason Miller and Brett Rooker for Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tait, Mick Abel, and Andrew Painter. 4 top prospects, Mason Miller, Rooker. Your lineup then would be Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Rooker, Bohm, Castellanos, JT, Stott, Crawford. Allowing for occasional platoons, like maybe Rooker, Marsh plays one day, and then you have to change the lineup around. Maybe Sosa plays second against a left-hander. And your pen is led by, and here's your pen: Miller, Strom, Luzardo, Kerkering, Banks, Romano, Lazar. Does that win it? Does that get the Phillies in the World Series to the point where they can actually win it?
It's got me excited, Mike. It's got me excited. Just the idea of it. Screw defense, man. I don't care anymore. Just get me a right-handed bat with Pop.
Wheeler, Sanchez, Suarez, Nola as your 4th starter. Miller, Strom, Kerkering, Luzardo, Banks, Romano, Lazar. Is that a team that wins it, Ray?
The team that I feel a lot better about than the one that's currently going out there.
I need the people to sound off on this. We just gave you a different team here. This is a more solidified team, a tighter team with your lineup. Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Rooker, occasionally Marsh. Bohm, Castellanos, JT, Stott, occasionally Sosa. Crawford, occasionally Rojas. Wheeler, Sanchez, Suarez, Nola, Miller, Strom, Kerkering, Luzardo, Banks, Romano, Lazar.
Screw it. Let's go for it.
Oh, let's go for it right there, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go for it. I do have to issue a correction on my lineup.
Okay.
Because I was playing 4 outfielders for the fun of it. I was protecting Marsh's job too much.
Okay.
Turner, Harper, I had Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Rooker. Mm-hmm. We got suggested in the YouTube chat of Turner, Harper, Rooker, Schwarber. Even though you see Schwarber less, if they want to keep with that lefty-righty thing, it's probably their best case. Or they could flip the Schwarber Harper. I know Harper, I believe, hit 4th in that 2022 run a couple of times. So Bohm would be 5 for me. Casty. Crawford is going to hit 7th for me. JT 8th, and then Stott, Sosa. Because I'm thinking about it, to keep the balance, it would be much better to have Stott, Sosa be the balance of the 9th spot as compared to Evan Crawford, because you'd end up being able to split
Crawford in the 7 hole.
lefties.
That's a pretty important hole, 7 hole.
I'm just thinking that when JT puts it on the ground, Crawford might beat it out.
Okay.
So that would be a nice feature of having Crawford there.
All right.
Real quick, can I just...
Yeah, what do we got on the text?
Yeah, public service
Text is driving you insane?
Yeah, and Art, we appreciate listening. I appreciate listening to the program.
Yeah.
Art from Willow Grove here. Mm-hmm. Why all prospects? What about Walker, Kepler, Marsh, Rojas, Wilson?
Who wants that?
Now...
Really? Who's going to trade for that, for those 4?
Art, you are only the one person that's texted it today. I've seen it every time we do the Let's Fake a Deal with, well, you could just trade the outfielders for outfielders. As if trading Max Kepler is getting you back the bat that you want.
Come on, what are you thinking, Art? What are you thinking? If you're the other team, why would you want those guys you just mentioned?
And Art, again, you're just the representation for a lot of people that have done this. So you're not the only one thinking this way.
Yeah.
It's just a thought process in our fan base that it's like, how many deadlines have we been through?
They're going to give you good players for lousy players? Like, come on.
Right.
Doesn't make sense, Art.
I do think that last year's Austin Hayes deal kind of screwed people up because that was like a change of scenery guy for a change of scenery guy.
Yeah.
That's not the norm.
No, it's not. What are those guys doing? What did Soto do?
Oh, they've been good.
They did? They're pitching well for Baltimore?
Oh, yeah. There might be a Let's Fake a Deal coming up sometime this week where I talk about returning.
Really?
Because when you look at the bullpen, it's funny, like the issues that teams have. The Phillies are like the inverse Orioles when it comes to pitching. The Orioles have had no starting pitching, but their bullpen hasn't been that bad.
Yeah.
Where the Phillies, it's been the opposite. But Sir Anthony, the ERA is a little bit high at this point at 3.72 and a 3.67 for Soto, but they've had pretty solid years. They're striking guys out. K rate's high. They've been not bad. They found roles there.
All right. Now it becomes palatable. Now I don't want to get myself like that's the deal they need to make and lose sleep over it.
Hey, I mean, you're in the room where it
it's
happens.
like the big tease. They put the big tease out there with this deal.
You're in the room where it happens, Mike. You got to raise your hand in that room.
I'm raising it.
They're calling on you?
I'm raising it. Yep. 17. Number 17. Yeah, how about this situation here where you get Miller and Rooker? Well, how are you going to do that? Well, we're going to trade Miller, Tait, Mick Abel, and Painter. Mr. Missanelli, we'll talk to you later.
They're asking you to put all your things in a box?
Give me another text. Is there any more text reaction to this?
Oh, we got people fired up.
All right, go ahead.
This deal. But I am just going to read this one for you since we got a lot of people fired up. This team doesn't make it to the NLCS. Defense will hurt you. Pitching and defense and timely clutch hitting wins.
What's wrong with their defense at this stage? At that point, with the lineup we just gave you, where is the defense going to hurt them? It's not going to hurt them. In left field? It's going to hurt them in left field? All right, well, there's got to be some kind of sacrifice to fortify your lineup offensively, which you believe they need to do. You got. I'm not so happy about having to play Rooker in left field either, but I am so bereft now of a potency in my lineup that I got to bite the bullet with that. And I'm adding Crawford, who's going to give you a little boost. Crawford's not going to kill you defensively. Castellanos hasn't killed you. He's not superlative out there, but he hasn't killed you. Their infield defense is fine. What are we talking about here?
I got another text here. Trading all those top prospects for Miller and Rooker would be all caps stupid. Mason Miller has an ERA in the 4s this year, and Brent Rooker is a DH, which we already have. Pass.
Yeah, you can't look at an ERA for a reliever. It might have been one bad outing that knocked that out, and he hasn't pitched enough to get it down. He's gonna what are other numbers does he have? How many saves? I mean, strikeouts to walks. We get his lineup. Strikeout to walks and hits for innings pitched.
Yeah, his strikeout per 9 is 14.3.
14.3 strikeouts per 9. So how many total strikeouts to walks does he have?
Strikeout to walk is 3.35. The rate. But if you want the full numbers, 57 strikeouts this season to 17 walks.
17 walks. That's fine and dandy. How many hits? How many innings pitched? How many hits has he given up?
36 innings pitched, 21 hits allowed.
That's fine and dandy.
The 17 walks does.
Yeah, 17 walks, but 57 strikeouts, 17 walks. That's not bad. All right, let's take a break. Man, this is now. We're going to talk some Eagle football, obviously, because the rookies are going to report it. When is that? Tomorrow? Thursday?
Everybody showing up today?
Oh, they're showing up today?
Practice tomorrow.
Everybody's showing up today. Practice tomorrow for a full team?
Yeah.
Really?
We'll hear from Sirianni tomorrow.
All right, we'll hear from Sirianni, and we'll. By the way, our buddy Brandon, who does digital, did you see the meme he created? He should really release it. Have you seen it?
Oh, I have. It's tremendous.
It's a riff on the Coldplay concert with the guy, the CEO behind the HR, hugging her, and he's got Bill. He's got Bill hugging Sirianni. It's fantastic. We need to release that. 610-632-0975. We're back after this.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off catcher's interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time in Major League Baseball's divisional era, we saw a game end in a walk-off catcher's interference. Mundo Sosa's check swing with bases loaded was interfered with in the bottom of the 10th inning, bringing home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10, allowing 2 earned in the win. The Bats had another tough night. And prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about the guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies are back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report 2 training camps. They prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow with Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight, Birds Inside returns to the Fanatic with Andrew DeCecco getting you set for training camp. X starts at 6. This update is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
The summer's here, and you know what that means. Engagement season. But remember, don't force it.
Don't tell your significant other something so ridiculous they almost feel obligated to engage and prove you wrong. Let it be natural. Let it be intelligent and entertaining. Let it be Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m.
Make the switch. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It's John Kincade. Summer's here, and so are the pests. We got the bees and the wasps, and they're looking to nest. And termites could be setting up colonies right in your crawl space. So don't let pests take over. Call my friends at Moyer Indoor Outdoor Services. They're family-owned for over 150 years. Moyer keeps my home protected. No bees, no ants, no mice, no more. Plus, they'll give you a free pest assessment and estimate. And while they're at it, get a quote for a lush green lawn like the Salciunas has finally got. Visit eMoyer.com. That's eMoyer.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A message from Bradford White Water Heaters. How you heat your water matters, and you do have a choice. So choose efficiency, choose reliability, choose innovation. Choose a water heater that's manufactured in America using the finest components from around the world. Choose Bradford White. Still is and always will be built to be the best. So make the right choice. Ask your plumbing professional to install a Bradford White water heater in your home or business. Visit BradfordWhite.com to learn more.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 select models only.
Coming up at 2, Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. Now, Mike Missanelli, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
11:56 coming up at 12 o'clock, the news at noon. Can't wait to see what we have on the news at noon today. We may have a Donovan McNabb appearance in the news at noon, I'm being told by my sources that are out there in the wilderness. Can I hear from Dave Dombrowski? Dave Dombrowski worried me with a few things that he said. One of the things he said was when he was asked if they will make another bullpen acquisition, I don't know if I expect it. I guess it's in the mix of things we'll talk about to make us better, which led me to believe that if David Robertson is the only thing they do, I'm not going to be real happy. Do we have Dave on the record here?
Yes.
Can we? All right. Let's go. Let's try this trade deadline aggressiveness one.
Do you feel you'll be aggressive here with the trade deadline? Do you feel with the club where it is right now that you need to be aggressive? Well, I can't say. We always are trying to be aggressive if we can, so we're trying to make additions. Any way you can help yourself, because this is the last time of year you can, July 31st, that's the last time you can make a move to try to help your club from outside the organization. So we will do what we can to try to make us better. What do you think of the market with so many teams needing specific needs and stuff? Well, it's different than some others because we are in a position where there are a lot of clubs that are still in the battle, but a lot of things change daily at this time. I think some clubs, when I talked to them last week, or we talked to them last week, they had one mindset, and then after a weekend of good or bad, they have another mindset. And that may change a couple more times between now and the 31st. It's, what's today, the 21st? I mean, you're talking about 10 days. In trading deadline, that's a long time.
That's Johnny Sunshine asking those questions. Johnny Sunshine grilling him as only Johnny Sunshine can. And Dave Dombrowski used club 3 times in that.
3 times in a minute.
All right, the internal improvement that they need.
So how do you feel about your offense, I guess, as the deadline approaches? It's been so hot and cold.
Well, I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. It just has to. I mean, it just has to be a situation. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. So you can look to supplement, but some of our guys internally, I think we hope will do better. I do think having Bryce back in the middle of your lineup makes a big difference too. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
All right, there you go. The thing that he said most definitely was, there were 2 things that Middleton 2 days ago saying we're not going to pay an arm and a leg. Meanwhile, Robertson cost him $6 million and put him $12 million in the luxury tax, and Dombrowski said he has no regrets on how he built the bullpen along those lines. And then, of course, if they'll make another bullpen acquisition, I don't know if I expect it. I guess it's in the mix of things we'll talk about. And that worries me that David Robertson will be the only guy that they acquire. I hope not. Anyway, you're listening to the Mike Missanelli Show. It is noontime, and we're on WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your lunch over the news at noon.
There's a whole lot going on in this world. It's time to catch up. Here's the news at noon. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All righty, the news at noon. Ray Dunn has grabbed 3 interesting little tales that we call the news at noon, and he stacks them together. And the first one, we're going to go back to Podcast P.
Yeah, Podcast P. I don't know if they recorded this Hartenstein episode before he had the knee surgery. I'm still waiting for Paul George to address the knee. I'm still waiting, but regardless, without him addressing the knee,
wait. So he's doing these podcasts, these old podcasts, or
this came out this week.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he's had the surgery, right?
Yeah, according to the report last week.
He's doing these podcasts all wrapped up.
I saw it this week with sweatpants.
Oh, he had sweatpants on, so you couldn't see the wrap?
I guess. Okay. I mean, I was going through looking for the description of, like, Paul addresses,
He didn't address the surgery yet.
They did not.
Interesting.
And the whole rundown of the episode, it was just a lot on Hartenstein and that OKC team. And Paul George did, though, in this podcast, want to retract the statement he made about Ace Bailey. Because if you remember, he was critical of Ace Bailey not doing the workouts.
Yep.
So here is how that sounded on Podcast P.
I want to kind of retract what I said. If I'm Ace Bailey, I can't get mad if my stock drops. He's canceled all workouts. How can we get on a kid that kind of knows what he wants? We're not in his shoes. He wants to do it his way. He's good enough. He's got the talent. He's going to go where he wants to go. That's his decision. It could have backfired, but it didn't. He's still in a great situation. He still gets to showcase what he could do. He had a great game, too. He went crazy, showed his potential, the flash of it. I was kind of thinking about it like, I hate being that person to be like, oh, you should have did that. You should have. Like, everybody has their own path. However way you want to trailblaze it, that's on you. Who are we to be like, nah, you got to do it this way or that way? So I kind of want to retract a little bit on that because he is a young kid and he will find his way. But it's dope when you can kind of make your own path.
Yeah, he didn't make his own path. He didn't want to go to Utah. He was disgruntled when they picked him. What was he talking about? What path?
Yeah,
it backfired on the kid.
This sounds like a player that realized they called out another player and doesn't want to deal with it.
He got some crap from an agent.
Yeah.
I got news for you. He got crap from Ace Bailey's agent.
Wow.
Through the other agent.
Yeah, he got crap from someone.
Yeah.
And was just like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't attack a young player in this league. But was he not justified in the original criticism?
Well, he's got a podcast. What's he? You're not going to say anything? I mean, you got to say stuff.
He didn't have to say anything in the beginning. I don't think anyone was asking Paul George what he thought of Ace Bailey.
I mean, he's got opinions on stuff, so why not? Put your opinion out there. That's the point of a podcast. Stick to your guns.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Was surprised. Yeah, I picked up on that one, Mike.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah, I think that one's...
This guy's talking about... I mean, for what he did last year, like he has no shame. It's like he didn't bail out on the season last year. Of course, he bailed out on the season.
Now I unleashed the Sixers thing. That's on me, guys. That's my bad.
Yeah,
that's my bad. We'll move on. We'll move to football. And Baker Mayfield appeared on Part of My Take, and he was asked about that Liam Cohen intro presser. Remember the Duval?
Yeah, that's weird. That was weird.
Take a listen to the end of his answer here about that press conference and tell me that we wouldn't be playing this clip 24/7 if Liam Cohen had become the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Part of you, though, the Duval, you're like, all right, now
I crushed him.
Yeah, get him.
Crushed him. Crushed him. What are you doing? Stop trying to be the cool guy. Just do your job. Be a head coach. Be the figure.
Culture, bro. You set the culture.
I don't know if they want that culture.
Yeah, that probably felt good in the moment where you're like, yeah, you left me, but now you have to deal with like the head coach spotlight.
Yeah, he's a great coordinator. I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah,
we still talk all the time.
Yeah,
but, he's a great coach, so we'll see how it goes as the head coach.
Not exactly glowing praise of your friend, a guy who helped you have a career year. Let's see how it goes.
We talk all the time, and he ripped him.
Yeah,
we talk all the time, and made him sound like a joke.
He did.
That's Baker Mayfield.
He kind of buried him.
Yeah, he buried him a little bit.
And like I think about this, if like we were doing Jacksonville Sports Talk Radio, and our new head coach had the quarterback that he helped have a career year the year before, talking about him like that.
Yeah,
I think the alarm bells would be going off for us. Did they hire the right guy?
Players are ingrates, man. But for the most part, they're ingrates.
It does. I guess he doesn't need the gratitude about him, but not even to throw a bone of like, I'm excited to see how he's the head coach. He said, we'll see. Let's see how it goes.
He said he's a great coordinator.
Right.
But he suggested that maybe his personality might be that he's not a great head coach.
When you suggest that he's a great coordinator, there is the
implication.
The room for interpretation in which you would say that he's saying, well, he's a great coordinator, but I don't know about this guy's a head coach.
Yeah, I don't know about if this is going to work. He's kind of weird.
That's what I got out of that.
Yeah.
That's what I got from that clip.
I hear you. All right. This is the one I've been waiting for.
Ross Tucker.
Donovan McNabb.
Talking with Donovan McNabb.
Ross and Donovan.
Is he bothered by the fact that he's underappreciated by Philly fans?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't really even look at it that way. I mean, for me, it's just, I was never the rah-rah guy. I was never, hey, look at me kind of a guy. I was more of team and, it's about winning because that's what, as a quarterback, that's what we're measured by. We're measured by wins and losses. And so it's not the glorified, hey, I threw for 300 yards or I threw for 5,000 yards, blah, blah, blah. I'm ranked in the top 3 in touchdowns. It's about winning. And it's about winning. When it comes to being able to talk about our era, we've done some great things.
First of all, there is nobody that's more bothered by the fact that he's underappreciated in Philly. Second of all, I'm not the look at me's guy. Well, with the air guitar, the telephone, like, look at me. That wasn't look at me. Come on.
Number 5 will always love you.
Number 5 will always love you. Come on, man.
I'm embarrassed.
It was so under his skin that he was underappreciated by Philly fans that he couldn't even breathe. All right. That's the end of the news at noon for today.
Does it sound like a guy that's just been listening to Jalen Hurts pressers and taking notes?
Maybe. It's possible. Oh, Donovan.
That's the funny thing that
we
makes
love
me
it. Listen,
chuckle.
Donovan, you were underappreciated by Philly fans. Yes, you were. And it bothers the hell out of you. 610-632-0975. We got Joe from Mantua hanging on. Your call. We'll take your call. We'll get back to the text board. We'll do some Eagles chat. That's all coming up on the Mike Missanelli Show after this.
Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo.
If you're telling me Bryce is back and he is playing like one of the best players in baseball, which we know.
It's 12:11, Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic. We're getting some Eagles chat in just a second, but we're now looking at a completely different Phillies lineup after we discussed a trade that would send Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tait, Mick Abel, and Andrew Painter to the A's for Mason Miller and Brent Rooker. How many people would do it? Why would you not do it? A lot of people think this is too much. Let's go to the phones. Joe in Mantua is not on board with this trade at all. Joe, tell me why not.
It's way too much to give up, Mike.
It's too much to give up, but look what you're adding. We gave you the lineup with these guys in it. We gave you the pitching staff with these guys in it. What don't you like about it?
Rooker's not a everyday player in the field. He's a DH, and we already have a pretty good DH. So, no, I would not do it.
Okay, but do realize in left field we've played some guys that really weren't great defensive players as long as they hit.
Yeah, it's true. I think they can get a better left fielder and an everyday guy. But I wouldn't. I would bring up Crawford at the trade deadline or immediately after. He's your new center fielder. Because you got to figure next year Marsh is probably gone. Rojas is definitely gone. Kepler might not see the end of the month.
You're right about
the
that.
outfielders next year too.
You're right about that. So if you bring up Crawford, who plays left field.
Well, unless they get somebody, they got to put one of them other.
Yeah. Well, who are you thinking that they could get? Like what would be better than
Stephen Quam? Stephen Quam, right?
Quan? Yeah.
Possibility.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a Class A deal with Quan. I don't know if the Guardians are willing to give him up. There was some word that they weren't willing to give him up in that deal. Class A's available, but maybe not Quan.
I don't know. I know.
So you're telling me? Well, first of all, Joe, I want to get the vibe. Does this deal not make the Phillies more of a contender than they were before the deal? If you add,
it does. Yes. No, it does.
All right. Well, then why would you care about the prospects?
I just think the future of it. It's too much to give up for.
But the future is now, Joe.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee these guys are going to hit.
Well, there's no guarantee about anything. But the best you can do is bring your best army to the battlefield. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. But I think Dombrowski can give it a better left fielder without giving up Andrew Painter for Brent Williams.
Well, I don't know who that better left fielder would be.
That's Dombrowski's job. He makes big bucks to make them decisions.
All right, I'm curious to know why you wouldn't want to improve your team to that extent. That's all.
I just think defensively they'd be really shorthanded out there too.
Yeah, it's one position. I mean, he's not going to be a stiff out there. He has played the outfield.
He's not, but I never saw him play left field. I don't know if he's any good out there or not.
He's played enough in the outfield where I don't think he would kill you.
All right, Mike, you talked me into it. Make the deal.
Stick to your guns, Joe. Come on.
No, I'm on board, Mike. Get rid of them all.
Give trade the prospects. See, the initial reaction is, nah, that's too much. It's too much. You're trading away your future. You're mortgaging your future. I love that. You're mortgaging your future. And I go, yeah, it would be nice to keep prospects. But again, the time and situation dictates what you need to do. And if you don't do a deal to improve your team and you fall short, what do the prospects mean to you? You still have them, basically. You don't know where they're going to go. You don't know whether they're going to develop, how soon they're going to be in your lineup. That's what you got at the end of the day if you don't make the deal. And you don't do anything. And this team proves to be inadequate enough not to get to the World Series.
I guess my reason for going and pushing the button here is because I keep thinking about the idea of like the next window, and it's basically that you have to hope that you hit on so many guys that they uplift every player that you have given a long-term contract to that will be near the end and still on this team. Like the next window to me does not look like one that will be quite fruitful for you. So why wait for some fantasy window when you can just capitalize on this one right now?
Well, you're right about a fantasy window. When is that? 4 years down the road? 5 years? Is that when the window? You have to wait for the window?
It's like if you keep Painter and Abel and you're planning on having them in their rotation to lead the rotation, well, you still don't have any bullpen pitchers that we can project being here long term, aside from Kerkering. And then what? 38-year-old Bryce Harper and 36-7-year-old Trey Turner are going to be centerpieces in the next big window. Like, I think it's just, unfortunately for the people that love the prospects of them being a part of a team that's as good as this one is probably limited. As much as you may hate the team you're watching right now, The idea that there's something better coming down the line probably isn't there.
I mean, listen, I like prospects too. I really do. I'm interested in minor league progress and all that stuff, and having guys that are future stars come up and play, freshen up your lineup, especially like young guys that freshen up your lineup. But I also go, okay, this is the current situation with the Phillies. They either have to win a World Series with this team now or punt. You know, this is the time where you have to win a World Series, and if you don't, then it's a slow drip into hell, basically. And that's what I don't want to go through, the slow drip anymore, where guys get older and you know that they're not as viable to win a World Series as they once were. And right now, this is the viable time, and you got to strike. Now, the Phillies put themselves in that position. Like, I didn't put them in that position. They put themselves in that position. But while you're in that position, you can't sit on your hands. You've seen what this team is. They're good. They're in first place. They're not a bad team. They're going to be in the playoffs. Are they potent enough to compete for a world championship? And right now, I think that most people that follow baseball or know anything about baseball or don't know anything about baseball would probably say, no, you know what? Realistically, they're not there at that level.
No. I mean, everyone else is going to try and improve at the deadline. We'll be able to reassess everyone on August 1st, but if you ask anyone, I think, in this city right now, maybe there's a 10% optimist group that's like, this group's going to do it, this group could do it. I'd love to see this group do it, but I would say most of us sit in this is a good team, but to take them over the top, they need to address that bullpen, and they really need that right-handed bat. Last night, I was just sitting there like, please, someone do something offensively. I'm dying over here.
Yeah, but you had Max Lazar, so you didn't have to worry about it.
No, I didn't.
And plus, you had a stupid catcher's interference rule.
Wonderful catcher's interference.
That gave you a win last night.
Greatest way a game's ever ended.
How many people? It's a stupid rule. It should be changed. It should be a ball.
Beautiful rule.
It should not be a base.
It is a tremendous
610-632-0975. On the other side, we're going to look at 25 things that a beat reporter is going to be looking at this summer for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Mike Missanelli Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off catcher's interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time Major League Baseball's divisional era, we saw a game end in a walk-off catcher's interference. It's the first time since 1971. Edmundo Sosa's check swing with the bases loaded was interfered with in the bottom of the 10th, bringing home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10, allowing 2 earned in the win. The Bats had another tough night. Prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about the guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report to training camp as they prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow with Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight, Birds Insight returns to the Fanatic with Andrew DeCecco getting you set for training camp at 6 o'clock. This update's brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
thing before we get to the Eagles. There's that Phillies show podcast where Todd Selecki, Jim Salisbury, and Ruben Amaro do. Were they actually talking about acquiring Eugenio Suarez?
Yes.
They were?
They were.
Because of the Bohm situation?
Because of the Bohm situation, also because, hey, you need a right-handed bat, and would he fit that?
Do we have the sound on that?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's hear the sound of these guys discussing acquiring Suarez, who's like bombing balls. Does he have 30-plus homers now, Suarez?
37
Yeah,
now?
37, yeah.
38 maybe?
So he would give you some pop. He plays third base. And what would you do with Bohm? Is this idea that Bohm would switch to first base and Bryce Harper would go back to the outfield?
Not quite.
No, all right, let's hear what they have to say.
Do you go get a Eugenio Suarez and you cement his butt at third base and you let Bohm heal? And when Bohm comes back, he and Harper split DH in first base and Schwarber has to go to left field. Yes.
Oh, so they got Schwarber going to left field.
Mm-hmm.
And DH Bohm and Harper switching off.
Later on in the podcast, Salisbury also says if you want to make this less moving parts, Suarez just becomes the DH and Bohm stays at third, which might be the way that would end up going in that roster construction.
Suarez DH, Schwarber left field.
Yes.
I got to be honest with you, I don't hate it.
Basically, I think the trade deadline question when it comes to a right-handed bat and how aggressive you're going to be for the right-handed bat is, are you comfortable with Kyle Schwarber being your left fielder again? Because it opens up a wild list of possibilities if you're just willing to put whatever right-handed bat as your DH and move Schwarber out to left. Rooker, Suarez, it makes it a little bit different for you. 37 home runs is 37 home runs.
This is another thing that we have to entertain. Suarez would hit a lot of home runs at Citizens Bank Park. I don't know.
Hey, we're getting
I'm surprised. Was Amaro on board with this?
Amaro was the one that said yes at first.
He said yes?
Yes. He was the first one to jump in with yes. He in this, and it was a good listen. I listened to that show quite a bit. He was very aggressive in terms of prospect unloading. He was in that clip. They also talked about going to get Bautista, and he basically lined out everyone but Painter as someone he's ready to move to go get Bautista and Suarez. So he was very aggressive in that sense.
You know, I like Ruben, but not for nothing. Ruben needs to update his gear on the post-game show. He needs some new gear, man.
You're saying the outfits?
Got to get to a men's store.
Are you not liking the fits on post-game?
He comes up short.
Really?
Yeah, he and Ben both come up short.
You like Ricky's fashion?
I don't know. Yeah, no. I think they all need to spruce it up a little.
Really?
Yeah.
You're saying they need
to... You're on television. I mean, you got to spruce up the wardrobe a little bit.
I'm trying to think. I went down. They were doing the pregame.
Barkan does all right. Barkan has more of a sense of that.
Trying to think what they were wearing yesterday, because I went to the pregame where they were at 109. Stopped by and said hi to Ricky, and I think Ricky had the NBC Sports polo, if I remember correctly. Yeah, sporting polo.
Yeah, more Ruben than anything I've noticed.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you got.
I guess
you got.
You're campaigning for them to get like men's store sponsorship.
Yeah, well, maybe that would help.
Attire brought to you by.
Little men's store sponsorship would help, I think. All right, let's go back to the phones, and we got Greg and Orland checking in. Greg, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Greg.
What's happening, guys? I listened to the update at lunch, and the first thing that came to my mind was Donovan saying, after they lost to Arizona, he said, "Yeah, when I left the field, we were winning."
Yeah, he was passive. He was passive aggressive like that, right? Huh? Yeah, I mean, listen, he did something. He wasn't cool, and I think Philly fans picked up on that, and they didn't like that. Either you got to be cool or you got to be gritty. You know, he was somewhere in between.
I mean, unfortunately, he was probably one of the best, if not the best quarterback we ever had, but he just let everything. bother him, and you guys know it all started with the draft.
Yeah, the fact that he let that bother
when we booed him
was ridiculous.
Just never let it go.
Yeah, I know, and he
And
never
as far
did.
as the Phillies outfield, they got to do something. I just saw a stat on the Athletic today. Their outfield OPS is 519.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. That it's the worst mark in baseball in July, 519 in July. For the season, they're 25th in OPS.
I mean, they knew this last year. It's the same outfield. Like, what the hell were they thinking?
They were thinking. I had to laugh when they were saying, "Well, we think Rojas is going to have a big year. He got a good, he got a good wherever he played in the off season. He looked good.
Right.
We got
Well, thank God they got Max Kepler, huh? And now
then they
David Robertson's coming back.
grabbed Max Kepler.
That's
Man.
exciting.
How do you think about? What do you feel about David Robertson? Ray loves it.
I think he sucked the last time he was here. What's going to change?
He wasn't that great when he was here. He had some moments, but he got pounded a lot. But last year for Texas, he pitched well for Texas last year. But the only thing I have to know, Greg, is that in his showcase, he threw 88 to 90, and I'm going. Why on earth would you sign a guy who's throwing 88 to 90 who's 40 years old? Like, what do you expect to get out of him?
You may as well just sign Rich Hill while you're at it, right?
Rich Hill got another job, Kansas City Royals, his 14th team at age 45.
Unbelievable.
Guys don't know how to give it up, man.
All right, boys. Have a good day.
All right, Greg, you got it. When baseball gets in your veins, it's really tough to get it at. Like, I'm still playing at my ridiculous 100-year-old age.
I'm looking forward to the Rich Hill start.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is Rich Hill throwing more than 88, 90?
I can't imagine. He's throwing 88. I don't know what he's clocking in at, but I can't imagine.
What is the point of that? I mean, tell me, you don't have anybody in the minor leagues that you could, like, cultivate to pitch for you, and you have to sign a 45-year-old guy who throws 85 miles an hour? Really? Is that the state you're in? Does that not embarrass your franchise?
So, Rich Hill apparently has a 5.22 ERA and 61 strikeouts over 11 starts, 9 of which have come at AAA so far this year in the minor.
So in AAA, he's getting pounded.
It appears so.
I don't even understand these teams. I really don't. I don't get it. You've had a little bit of success in Major League Baseball, and you're branded as a guy, even at age 45, that you still want to give a job to. I don't get it.
So, yeah, Rich Hill broke in 2005. Jeez. Been doing this a long time. He will make it now 2 active major leaguers who have career overlap with Ricky Batalka. It's just Verlander and Rich Hill.
Verlander and Rich Hill. Not Max?
No. Scherzer, I believe, just falls. Yeah, he falls a couple years short on that one.
Okay. All right. 610-622-0975. Back to the text board. What are they saying these days?
Text board saying if you're going to do this, trade all of your top 20 prospects to get 6 or 8 new players then.
Well, there's no reason to do that. You need 2 players. You don't have to get all new players. You just need 2 to fill in the gaps. What are people not seeing here? You're A, not adequate enough to win the whole thing. B, if you make a trade like this, you might be. What are we not seeing? What do you want, people? Do you want to be a contender or not? Do you believe you're a contender now? If you do, then tell me how you're a contender. With the way this bullpen is right now, with the way you're not getting outfield production. What are we talking about?
I mean, I'm just going to close my eyes when they play defense out there. If I get Rooker, I think I'm just saying, you know what? I'm just not going to watch the defense in the outfield. I'm just going to celebrate.
Do you think Rooker's going to be like a total stiff? Like a can of corn he's not going to be able to catch? A ball in the gap? The speedy center fielder is going to help him? Like, what is he going to do to destroy you?
I mean, if he could play outfield, I think they'd have him playing outfield, right?
Well, he's played outfield in the past. He hasn't played this year, but 10 times or whatever.
I know.
But it's not like he's going to get hit in the head with a fly ball.
No, it's not like he's going to get hit in the head with a fly ball. It's just going to be ugly defensive. I'm still making the deal, Mike. I'm just telling you the downside of that deal is going to be ugly to watch in the outfield.
You got a guy who can play defense now, play left field.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Okay. Well, that's the point. That's the guy that's going to be replaced.
All right, well, a guy that can't hit versus a guy that can't field, I'm taking the guy that can't field.
We don't know that the guy can't field. We don't know that the guy would be a disaster. We don't. But the other side of it is he's going to rake.
Considering people expect Schwarber to make the move to left field if Rooker comes here, I would say that probably leads
that's
to
what I'm saying. Like, Schwarber couldn't catch a cold, but we put up with it because what? Why? He raked.
I know, Mike. I want the power right-handed bat. I'm going to have to do it. You can't tell me I have to like what I'm watching in the outfield, though.
We're talking about Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Rooker, Bohm, Castellanos, JT, Crawford, Stott. That's the lineup. In the bullpen, Miller, Strahm, Luzardo, Kirkring, Banks, Romano, Lazar. Starting rotation, Wheeler, Sanchez, Suarez, Nola. What are we talking about? 610-632-0975 is how you get in. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Philadelphia Union's
right, the boys are back in town, Philadelphia Eagles. Got the rings the other day. Well, the rings have is that a push button they have that the wings come out on?
It is.
They have what's it, like an Inspector Gadget push button?
Yeah, I have a friend that works for the org that I'm going to try and...
I don't think I like that part of it.
Snag the ring. What?
Yeah, I don't like you have to push button and the wings come out.
I
Why
like
can't
that.
you have the wings designed on the ring?
It's unique. It's different.
Oh, it makes it like Cracker Jack.
Go Birds.
Come on,
Fly,
man.
Eagles, fly, Mike.
All right, well, the Eagles, interesting that, the people that cover the team, they're zeroing in on what they're going to be looking at for this summer. And this is from the Philly Voice. Jimmy Kempski's been covering the team for a while. So this is 25 things he'll be watching this summer. I don't know if we'll get through all 25. And I reserve the right to mock some of these things. Like, number one, he's going to be looking at Jalen Hurts. Duh. All right, so he says Jalen Hurts will continue to work on improving his flaws in his game as he has consistently done over his still young career. Hurts had a great spring, and at least in the media attended practices, when he got the ball out quickly, he rarely had any balls hit the ground. Okay, that's, we're all going to be looking at the quarterback. The quarterback has arrived pretty well. I'm not looking at him like he's got flaws anymore.
Now, to Kempski's defense, if he didn't say he was watching the quarterback over these 25 things,
I guess,
would you say he was missing something pretty big for this team coming into the season?
Make it number one.
He's the quarterback.
All right,
it's the top thing everyone's watching.
Number two, this is about the backup. The Eagles have had a veteran originally brought in from the outside the organization to be the QB2. Hurts has been the starter. This year's setup's a little different in that a homegrown drafted quarterback in Tanner McKee is being promoted from QB3 to QB2.
Hell yeah.
McKee will continue to prepare like a pro, just as he has his first 2+ years of his career, but it would be nice to see him also continue to develop. Well, people love this. People love McKee. I mean, they think that Tanner McKee, if Hurts has to miss games, can step in and carry the mail. I'm not so sure.
Over under 3.5 weeks into the season, we get our first McKee call.
Because Hurts is playing poorly? Because they start out 1-3? We'll get McKee calls?
I'm just saying, like they could lose one of or multiple of those first couple games. So do you think we get the McKee call before we get to October or after we get to October? Because it'll happen regardless of how well it's going.
Again, these are the things he's going to be looking at this summer, not necessarily during the season.
Well, I understand. But off of that, I was curious, how soon do you think we get the McKee call?
Yeah, we're going to get it.
We're going to get it.
Well, people love themselves some McKee.
We'll get it in August, for sure, after he has a good preseason game.
Yeah, I hear you. Saquon Barkley, number 3, got nearly 500 touches last year. Spoiler, he's going to get plenty of rest during the summer. That means we're going to see a lot of Will Shipley as the RB2 2-minute offense back. The Eagles are high on Shipley, but he still has something to prove this summer. He has speed and receiving chops, but it'll be interesting to get a look at him in pass protection. So we'll be looking at him in pass protection. Number 4, the most interesting receiver to watch in camp this summer will be Jahan Dotson. He had to get ready for the season with a new team in haste and was mostly invisible during the regular season. It'll be interesting to see if Hurts goes out of his way to build a rapport with his WR3. Okay.
Which is interesting. When we went through the most essential Eagles, basically the one that you can't replace.
Yep.
The fall off from the top 2 to that third wide receiver is kind of the argument for A.J. Brown.
Yes.
And we've seen this Eagles team have a decent rushing attack with a bunch of different running backs. Not that losing Saquon Barkley isn't a massive deal if they were to, but the passing game, if you were to go from AJ and Devontae to a Devontae Dotson for a couple of games, you definitely feel a lot more uneasy than most offensive setups.
I agree. Listen, I would love to say I'm high on Dotson, but I'm not, even though he's a Penn Stater. I don't think he's assertive enough. And I think he gets invisible a lot. So I'm not that high on that WR3. Number 5, tight end position. Dallas Goedert will be the tight end 1. Grant Calcaterra, the tight end, 2. After that, there's a slew of guys trying to make the roster. It's not a guarantee that they'll keep 3 on the 53 if nobody stands out. That's a good point. We'll be looking at the tight end situation. Number 6, and this is a really underplayed spot. For the 3rd straight season, Tyler Steen will be in a battle for the starting right guard job. In 2023, he lost out to Cam Jurgens. Last year, he lost to Mekhi Becton. I think that's a pretty good one. And his main competition will be Kenyon Green, which is also a question mark after they got him from the Texans. Number 7, the Eagles employ the best offensive tackle tandem, but it'll be the young guys that we have to watch through camp. Rookies Miles Hinton, Cameron Williams, and Holland Pierce are all raw, talented players with some upside, along with rookie center Drew Kendall. Look at that, Ray. Zero in on that position. 8, although the offensive tackles, the rookies, will be fun to watch, they are all unlikely to play important roles. An underrated camp battle will be at the swing tackle, with the 2 most likely contenders being free agent acquisitions Kendall Lamb and Matt Pryor. Number 9, and this is the big one for me. This is my number 1 guy. Nolan Smith went from the 4th edge defender in the pecking order to the top dog in 2025. Similarly, Jalix Hunt went from a developmental player unlikely to get many snaps when camp began to a player expected to start this year. Monster view right there. Defensive end. Pressure on the quarterback. I'll be watching that intently this summer. And number 10, new depth guys. Free agent acquisitions Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uche, both who have had pockets of success in the NFL but not consistent. Your thoughts on that, Ray?
My thought on this is, do I believe both of them will be on the roster?
Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uche?
Yeah.
I think Uche's getting cut.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they stick around. Maybe they both stick around. Maybe you're fine. Like, I know for Ojulari, everyone's like, well, if he's healthy, if he's healthy. At some point, if you're not healthy in this league, it's going to, like, that's just, unfortunately, the nature of who you are. Like, Uche, he had 1 really productive season. Can they tap into that? But do I think both the veteran guys make it through camp? I think that's a storyline to watch. If they like someone else they see more of a developmental potential with, instead of 2 veterans that they're just hoping they tap into the success that they've seen in the league in spurts.
Okay. Number 11. Now, I don't know which way to think on this because I had heard so much that he got in shape. What was he doing to get in shape, Jordan Davis? He was doing the bike, right?
Oh, yeah, he looked great on that bike.
What
was the
what is that?
The autism race, was it that they were doing? Or one of their events?
Didn't he do the, what is that bike?
Oh, no, he's Pelotoning now.
Peloton,
yes.
yeah.
But I think that led to him. He looked good on the bike when he was at one of the Eagles events, I think it was.
Okay. Will he be in shape this year? Conditioning improved throughout camp last year, but he often looked fatigued early in camp. Meaning this camp?
Last year.
Oh, last year. That's not good enough. Davis needs to be in shape, ready in shape by day 1, not use camp as a means to get in playing shape. All right, we'll take a break. We'll continue with the things that you're going to be looking at this summer for the Philadelphia Eagles. 610-632-0975. We'll get back to our text board. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. It's 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off catcher's interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time in Major League Baseball's divisional era, we saw a game end in a walk-off catcher's interference. First time since 1971. It was Edmundo Sosa's check swing with the bases loaded that got interfered with in the bottom of the 10th inning, bringing home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10 last night, allowing 2 earned in the win. The Bats had another tough night. Prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about the guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report to training camp as they prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow with Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight, Birds Insider returns to the Fanatic with Andrew DeCecco getting you set for training camp at 6 o'clock. This update's brought to you by Batteries Plus. Remember you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They still exist at Batteries Plus. Their expert knowledge on batteries will have you on your way and good to go in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge. I'm Ray Donald, the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All kinds of Phillies issues today, and we'll get back to that in a bit. We're talking some Eagles issues right now and things you're going to look for this summer. This is a story that has nothing to do with anything, but I'm just curious to know how many people shop at Costco who buy milk.
I do not.
Have you heard this Costco milk thing?
I have not, no.
Okay, I don't shop at Costco. It's there's no reason for me. I don't have a family of 8 I have to feed, so I don't buy stuff in bulk.
Yeah, Target's already got too big of portions for me.
Yeah, I don't understand this Kirkland brand, where it comes from. Like, what's this mystery Kirkland brand?
Isn't it their brand? Is it not their brand?
It is their brand, but where does it come from? Why isn't it Kirkland and not Costco?
I envision the Kirkland brand being a guy that goes into a regular grocery store, takes something off the shelves, tries to deconstruct and reconstruct, and then just put their own branding on it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I hope we don't have any Kirkland sponsorship.
No, I've seen a lot of guys that play with Kirkland golf balls.
Ah. Isn't it like a catch-all, though? They do like a ton of things, Costco, on their brand.
They do. I don't understand. Like Kirkland golf balls, like a lot of people play with them, and I go, I can't play with a Kirkland golf ball. It would not be something that I would do. I don't know why. It would seem, like how much is a Kirkland golf ball?
I can assure you, I definitely have a Kirkland golf ball.
Here on the text board, there are people saying, "Oh, I love the Kirkland golf balls." I know I can't.
I just know that they made hard seltzers, and I was very confused as to how Costco got the hard seltzer.
In any event, the Kirkland milk is legendary in that it stays fresher longer than other brands, way past its sell-by date.
So is it milk?
Apparently, it's milk that's legendary because it lasts longer than any other milk that you could buy. And so I'm trying to figure out, why would that be? Well, it says that Costco's milk undergoes more testing and quality control than what's required by government standards. Grade A milk sold in the U.S. must meet basic safety standards set by the Food and Drug Administration's pasteurized milk ordinances. Those safety standards including keeping the somatic cell count below 750,000 per millimeter, limiting total bacteria to fewer than 100,000 colonies, and chilling the milk to below 45 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours of milking. Apparently, Costco's expectations go way beyond that. They have to undergo, the suppliers that produce Kirkland brand milk have to undergo surprise inspections at least once a year. And if the facility is in China, what? The milk comes from China? Twice a year.
So I'm a little cynical, I guess, with this. I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
It lasts much longer than the sell-by date.
Yes, because their microbial tests are of a higher standard.
So why not make the sell-by date later? Right?
That's a
is that not how we're supposed to take this?
That's a good question.
If it lasts so much longer than that date, why not make that date later?
It's a very good question. I guess they want to flaunt their superiority by saying, "Well, look at this, way past the date. We don't have to worry about it because way past the date." But you're right. Why did they just stamp it way past the date?
The way I'll look at that is when I forget about this whole thing and I go into my fridge and open up the milk, like, oh, what day is this? And take a sniff, I'll find something wrong.
I guess they're covering their ass. Basically, they're saying, well, if you want to risk it, we're still good.
But if your safety standards are so good, why am I risking anything?
You're right. I don't know. I am not familiar with this Kirkland milk principle here, but I'm sure a lot of our listeners shop at Costco.
I want this explained to me. I want to understand why you would not make the sell-by date later if it lasts longer.
It's a good question, man. See, these specialty stores I don't have any experience with. So, Bill is always flaunting Trader Joe.
Yes.
And other people swear by Costco and the goods you can get there. I'm a regular, boring, my local grocery store, whichever is closest to me. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a ShopRite, a Giant, an Aldi, whatever it is. The one that's closest to my house is where I'm going.
And I'm going to have a little bit of an issue now where I'm moving a few blocks further from the Target I usually go to. So I don't know if I'm going to have to switch where I usually go because I've gotten to a good flow. Is
that going to harm you? You're going to have to get you have to get another account there, right, with your phone number.
No, I think I'm more just concerned about I've gotten used to what I buy at Target. I don't like change too much.
You buy your food at Target?
Yeah.
See, I don't do that either.
No, I do that. Yeah.
I don't want to go to. I'm not buying food anywhere that's not food store.
There's plenty of food. Refrigerator works the same.
I don't trust it.
All right.
I go to the places that deal in food, not in waste paper baskets.
I would say
You know
they
what
have
I'm
more
saying?
food than waste paper baskets.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, to me, Target, you buy waste paper baskets and stuff like that,
Mike,
and household items.
Next time you go to a show down Union, transfer down my way, I'll take you over to the Target. You'll feel very comfortable.
I'm not buying
with that
food in Target.
You'll feel
I'm sorry.
very comfortable with that
They
food.
got produce over there too.
Yeah.
Target.
Uh-huh.
What's the Target produce like?
I don't touch much of it.
Why, you don't buy produce?
If I'm going to, I'd probably buy from
You don't trust the Target produce.
Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. Here's how you get in. 610-632-0975. You're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. Our 12 o'clock hour was brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. All right, today we started the show, and I was talking about I feel very hinky about winning a game or ending a game on a catcher's interference. I think that rule needs to be changed. I don't think you should be able to win a game on a catcher's interference, a walk-off with catcher's interference. The second thing I talked about that got me peeved was David Robertson and the signing. What possibly could have convinced the Phillies to sign him when he was throwing 88 to 90 miles an hour in his showcase? Don't get it. And third of all, the big trade that we conjured up. We've been doing every day this week and last week called Let's Fake a Deal. And today, our fake a deal was Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tai, and Mick Abel for just Mason Miller. However, it was added. The trade was added to with adding Andrew Painter to acquire Mason Miller and Brett Rooker, the slugging DH who would have to play outfield here. Would you do this deal? Why or why not? And it took it up to a different height because the lineup with Rooker in it looks a lot better, and the bullpen back end with Miller in it looks an awful lot better. So I think the Phillies have gone from not being a World Series contender to being a World Series contender if they made a deal like that. The only problem is you're giving away your number 1 prospect, your number 2 prospect, your number 4 prospect, and your number 5 prospect. 4 prospects in the top 5 you would be giving up for Mason Miller and Brett Rooker. Would you be down with that is the question. Let's go back to the phones. Let's talk to Gary in Southampton. Gary, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up,
hey,
Gary?
Michael, it's Gary. How you doing?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, listen, those Costco balls are, I call them like the Bobos of golf. You know what I mean?
Well, have you played with them?
No.
Oh,
God
you have?
forbid.
Listen, I've never hit one, so I can't tell you if they're good or not. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of stray Kirkland balls. When people lose balls, I'll see a Kirkland ball every now and then.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, Mr. GM, Assistant GM, number 17. I like I like the Rooker deal, and I just think that would be an awesome pairing. And
so you wouldn't mind trading 4 of your top 5 prospects to get those 2 players?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm in. I'm in, man.
All right. Okay.
I'm in.
I got it.
Good to hear you.
All right, man. Take care. There he is. He's in. Again, it's a matter. It sounds like a lot. It really does. It sounds like an awful lot to give for those 2 players. However, you got to look at it like, do you want to win or not? And how long will this window last for you to win? You're right there. You're a playoff team. You might be a little short. To make yourself not short, you would have to do a deal like this. So it all depends on what you want to do. Do you want to take the chance and try to win a World Series with your current configuration? Or do you want to increase the odds that you can win by adding a couple players who would help that? I think that's where you have to decide at this point.
And if you're not all in, what are we doing here?
Well, that's right. What are we doing? Enjoying the season?
Man,
Now we're doing it.
I enjoyed a ball game. Actually, no, I'll be honest. That lineup last night, I think the reason why I'm just pushing the button on Rooker last night is because I was sitting there just so annoyed with the offense.
Yeah.
And it might not have hurt that I had a couple on the over that just didn't come to fruition. It's Walker Buehler, man. He's got a 6 ERA. If there was ever a night for you guys to figure it out against that guy,
He
please.
looked pretty good last night.
Oh, I know. They made him look like Walker Buehler, the guy that was a good pitcher.
Yep.
That does not. If that doesn't drive you nuts, I don't know what will.
Also, can we have enough of the Bueller? Can we have enough of that? I understand his name's Bueller. Do we have to go back to the movie all the time?
It's a movie reference I get, Mike. Please,
I know.
let me have
it's
it.
overused, isn't it? I get it.
Where was it overused? I guess I didn't listen to the broadcast last night, so if that was, they were.
Yeah, well, podcast. Let's go, Larry in Haddonfield. Larry, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Larry, we lost him. We lost Larry. Larry, I was just about to go to you, and you hung up on me. All right, call back. 610-632-0975. Any text on this? A new text coming in?
We got a texter here, Josh, the beer guy. We're going to act like Manny Ramirez was a Gold Glover in left. Bottom line is the power will outweigh the deficiencies in left field with our pitching staff.
Go quintessential example is Manny Ramirez, isn't it?
That's a pretty great example.
Really. Well, we've been listen. At first, I didn't like it because Rooker's a DH. In fact, when Bill was talking about it, I texted him. I said, "Rooker's a DH." The more I think about it now, I have to take the chance. I really I go, okay, he's not going to make a diving play to his left with a ball in the gap or down the line to his. He's not going to make that sensational play, but he'll probably catch a fly ball. I mean, if you're going to trust Otto Kemp out there, you're going to trust Brent Rooker. See, that's the big fallacy of the whole thing. You're going to play Otto Kemp out there in a platoon. He's never played the outfield in his life. This guy has played the outfield a little bit.
Very big also on the text board here. We've got people explaining to me the sell-by date, which is...
Oh, the Costco... Okay.
So we have the sell-by date is a standardized length of time based on the date the dairy is harvested and packaged.
Okay.
The USDA doesn't have standards for sell-by date, but they have recommendations for when the milk is processed, so maybe Kirkland suppliers are following the recommendations but are saying it's still good after.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever use something past the sell-by date?
Very rarely.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't like milk. Milk threatens me.
Oh, no, no shot with the milk.
As a human being. Like half and half cream milk. Like stuff that I have to buy that for recipes, but I never drink the milk. So chances are it's always going to be, go by the sell-by date. And it's funny because you leave that kind of stuff in your refrigerator, and then you open the refrigerator one day and you go, what is it? Oh, it's the milk. And it comes out in lumps.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a gross thing. The milk for me,
the worst.
Even if I'm close to the sell-by date, I'll probably take a sniff of it and be like, you know what? I actually don't think I'm going to do this, and just. That's why I don't buy milk, because I just get so insecure about the sell-by date.
Let me ask you a question. You buy Chinese food, you got it left over. How many days will you eat it? I mean, how many days will you let go by before you throw it away? If you don't eat it. Right.
So throw it away or not eat it, because those are two different answers.
Well, not eating it means you don't eat it for a couple of days. What's the date that you'll give up on eating the leftover?
I have a 48-hour rule.
48 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good one.
If it's over 48 hours, I have to be desperate.
Yeah.
Or let's just say that.
Chinese food will keep better than other foods, though. Chinese you can rock with for a while.
And there's probably been times where I've pushed that rule just a little bit, but I'm pretty stingy about not wanting to feel sick.
Yeah, what's your go-to ethnic food when you get it? Is it Mexican? Is it Italian? Is it Chinese? What do you get? What do you get mostly?
If I'm ordering it in, always Chinese.
It's Chinese.
If I'm going out, it's probably Italian or Mexican.
Okay. You never order in Italian or Mexican?
I have, but
It doesn't. It's not the same.
I'll be honest. If I want like pasta or something, I'm just gonna cook it myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I think that's one.
How
of those
about like these taco joints, like El Limon or something? Will you get that?
Taco joints for me are a good like first date spot. Margarita and a taco.
So you'll go out and get the Italian and the Mexican. You won't import that.
No, not often.
Interesting.
Sometimes taco also good for me. Streetcar. Love going to a taco truck.
Yeah.
A good taco truck on the walk home.
Yeah.
Life changing. And then you save one for the next morning. You have breakfast tacos.
What an exciting life you lead.
I live a great life, Mike.
610-632-0975. Back after this.
We want to hear from you. So.
The Fanatic. Back to the things we'll be looking for with the Philadelphia Eagles through the eyes of a beat writer. Moro Ajomo, number 12, is primed to step into the role vacated by Milton Williams, and fourth-round rookie selection Ty Robinson will in turn take on Ojamo's role as a rotational interior D lineman. That is going to be interesting to watch. That's a pretty good one.
Ty Robinson, single digit. That's a guy that I believe in.
You like that guy?
Single digit in Nebraska.
That Nebraska maniac, corn-fed Nebraska defensive lineman.
Matt Rule named him a single digit. I believe in the man.
That's right. You get that Matt Rule connection.
If he's a single digit, that man's going to play.
Number 13, Jihad Campbell, but he won't practice until August. They're hoping that he'll make an impact, but it likely won't be right out of the gate. And also, you won't see Nakobe Dean practice at all during training camp. That's an interesting part because then Jeremiah Trotter probably has to step in, and they got that Smail Mondon, who they drafted, who is going to vie for some playing time. That second linebacker spot, we haven't really talked about that much.
No, and it's going to be interesting to see the fit of anyone really next to Vaughn because your two best options are both not going to be practicing. Campbell, it seemed like his early contribution would be at that spot. He's obviously not ready to go yet, and Dean not going to be ready for a while. How that impacts them, what more Vaughn has to do, even though he did plenty last year, but what more he might have to do to cover for the guy next to him. They left themselves very thin and inexperienced there. If I could imagine if there was somewhere they would go in like adding someone to camp, maybe it's a veteran at that spot. I don't know what's out there for them to add as a veteran at that spot, but that would be somewhere I think they might want more experience.
All right, number 15, I'm going to reverse because he's got Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. It'll be fun to watch see if they can evolve from great rookies into legitimate star players. But I'm going to reverse that because my number 15 has to be Keely Ringo and that corner spot and the battle between Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. They want Ringo to take the position, but I don't know that he's ready to take that position. That is going to be a spot that we're going to have to watch very, 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 very closely during this summer.
Yeah, and with Adoree Jackson, if it's not Ringo, is that really as suitable?
Is that good enough? Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. Also, he says, I wouldn't completely sleep on rookie Mac McWilliams, who, in my opinion, had a strong spring.
On the roster, but a contributor this year?
We'll see what he says. The other starting spot, number 17, the other starting spot in the secondary at safety opposite Reed Blankenship. Three-man competition, Sidney Brown, Andrew Makuba, Tristan McCollum. Can one of those guys leave no doubt that they should start? My feeling is Makuba is going to win the job.
I think it's Makuba as well to win the job. I'm very curious, though, and we go to the next one here, whether or not Justin Simmons is just sitting by the phone. You know, hey,
yeah,
I don't want to do this training camp thing.
He's like David Robertson, just sitting by the phone.
So you're going to be upset if they give Simmons a call?
He's throwing 88 to 90.
You're going to be upset if they give Simmons a call?
I don't know. I'd have to see his workout, Ray.
He works out alone.
All right, you ready for this one? Jake Elliott will be watching this summer. Say what? Jake Elliott cemented himself as one of the elite kickers, but after a down season in 2024, we'll be giving him a closer look. How you feeling about the kicky boy?
Needs to have a better year this year. I mean, they're not going to do anything about it this year specifically, but he needs to have a better overall season than he did a year ago.
Yes. And one of the reasons, number 20, Jimmy Kempski says, was because he was dealing with an injury, and also because long snapper Rick Lovato had some off-target snaps. Of course, Lovato has been replaced by Charlie Hewlett.
Now, you're going from the known commodity to the unknown commodity.
Come on now.
This is a beat writer. You got to watch. They're in there for that special teams coordinator press conference. Somebody's got to ask the questions. All right?
All right.
It's a three-phase game, Mike.
Come on.
Don't you dare take the shot at the special
long
teams.
Snapper. Come on. Stop it. Poor Rick Lovato. What did he do that was wrong?
Hey,
then
man.
he got the Ziggy.
He's got the wings. He's got the ring with the wings. He's good.
Guys likely to get extra rest this summer, so they're fresh for the regular season. So be prepared not to see these guys in training camp or in the preseason games. Barkley, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, Jalen Carter, Zach Bond. They'll be sitting in lawn chairs most of the time.
So should we debate that now, or should we save that for 2 weeks from now?
What? They're not prevalent, and I don't care.
I'm
You
saying
care?
the fan base is going to care.
You think the fan base will care?
Yes, we had a whole freak out last year about not playing preseason games.
I don't think this fan base, if they're winning a Super Bowl, I think this fan base will go, yeah, they deserve a rest. As long as they're ready for the long haul, we're good.
And if they're
not going to care about that.
All right.
Finally, the coordinators. Hurts will have his fifth, fourth coordinator and fifth quarterbacks coach in 6 seasons. Scott Loeffler, former head coach at Bowling Green, is now his quarterback coach. Do we have any worry about that?
Not until they give me any reason to. I mean, he's been able to adjust how many times now?
Yeah. I don't think it'll be. Kevin Patullo, Kevin, listen, your job is really simple. Come up with a sophisticated passing attack only if they stop the running attack. Your base has to be Barkley, but if somehow they are emphasizing stopping the run, you've got to have some creative ways to get Jalen Hurts to get the ball down the field. That's all I ask of the guy, and I don't think that's a hard assignment. 610-632-0975 is how you get into the show. It is the Mike Missanelli Show right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Walk-off catcher's interference. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. For just the second time in Major League Baseball's divisional era, we saw a game end in a walk-off catcher's interference. It's the first time since 1971. Edmundo Sosa's check swing with the bases loaded in the 10th inning was interfered with, and it brought home the winning run in a 3-2 Phillies win over the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler went 6 innings, struck out 10, allowing 2 earned run in the win. The Bats had another tough night, and prior to the game, Dave Dombrowski addressed the media and spoke about the guys already here needing to improve.
I mean, that's the way to describe it. It's been hot and cold. Some of that fix has to come internal. You're not going to go out and make a bunch of budget trades. But it's been inconsistent, and we need to get more consistent from the offensive perspective.
Phillies back in action tonight at 6:45 against the Red Sox with Christopher Sanchez getting the start. Today, the Eagles report to training camps. They prepare to defend their Super Bowl title. They'll take the field for the first time tomorrow with Nick Sirianni speaking prior to practice. Tonight, Birds Insider returns to the Fanatic with Andrew DeCecco getting you set for training camp at 6 o'clock. This update's brought to you by Dairy Queen. Fly to DQ today for a cosmic collision of flavors in their new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat for a limited time. And don't miss Superman, only in theaters. DQ, happy tastes good. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com.
127, Mike Missanelli Show. Phillies tonight against the Red Sox, game 2 of the series. Christopher for the Red Sox. The Phillies are minus 200 tonight to beat the Red Sox. Fitz is he's mediocre. I think he's a rookie. They got him. The Red Sox got him in the Alex Verdugo trade with the Yankees. He was like a 6th-round draft pick. Let's see what he's done this year.
The Verdugo deal.
His ERA is not good. 4.28. He started 8 games this year, 33.2 innings. In fact, he got raked in 1 inning of work against the Los Angeles Angels earlier this year. Gave up 6 runs and 4 hits in the first inning. He walked a lot of guys, too. They should crush him. You know what? The Phillies should crush tonight. I'm going to make a bet on the Phillies minus the 1.5.
What's that?
It's a good
Plus
bet.
what? Plus what? We got minus money. What's it?
It's like minus 110.
Okay. Last night I made the over bet after he gave up the home run to Durant. Because I was like, all right, there's 1 run against Wheeler. Probably going to give up another. And the Phillies got Buehler in front of them.
Yeah.
So I think today I'm on hiatus. I think I'm not going to touch it.
I can't imagine this.
No, you should do it. You've been hot. I haven't.
This Richard Fitz. Come on.
I think every time I bet on
Sanchez minus 2. I can't play to minus 200. That's too much.
No. If you feel this good about him, take the minus 1.5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the minus 1.5 right now.
Just know when you're upset with the bullpen tomorrow. We all know why.
All right. I haven't logged in a while, so now I got to go through the code.
Oh.
All right. There it is. There's a code. Verify. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I've been cashing in lately.
You have. You've been good.
Yeah. I just
on
got
a nice streak.
I just got a $5 bonus.
Good for you.
Banking it.
It's well, depending on the app you use, it's Tuesday, which is an important day.
It is.
Gambling wise.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to our text board. What do we have?
All right, we got a text.
Hold a second. They're minus 225. Oh man, dude, should I? It's plus 100 for the minus 1.5. Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty great. I'll go do that right now.
That's weird that they're minus 225, but minus. They think it's going to be a close game.
Think it'll be a one-run game.
All right. What else you got on there?
All right, text board here. We got Steve in Pennsylvania. I could go either way making this trade. Speaking to the Mason Miller, Brent Rooker for Painter, Aiden Miller, Mick Abel, and Eduardo Tate trade. I could go either way making this trade. Make this trade. You have 3-4 years to rebuild the farm. Don't make this trade and hope for a good to great 10 years starting in 4 years. Steve from Bluebell.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like you've the last couple of years, you've drafted a ton of players. So it's not like the cupboard is bare as far as you developing players. There's always young players in your system that you may be able to push up to number 2 prospect, number 3, number 4 if they develop them. You can never tell with these young players. So again, you're emptying out your prospect. There's no question when you're trading 2, 4, 5, and 1 that you're emptying out the closet. But you're getting 2 guys that make you more of a contender than you were the day before. You are a contender now. You want to enhance that. So, and again, we looked over. Right, what was your lineup again? The new lineup now, as you add Rooker to the lineup, was what?
Turner, Harper, Rooker, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Crawford, JT, and then whoever you have at second base.
JT hitting 8th.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you'd like that. I hit him 8th.
Hey, man, we're going to give you an extension.
And whoever's at second base hits 9th.
Yes.
All right. I mean, that's fair, I guess.
We got texter Brenton here checking in twice on 2 different things. So we brought up the Suarez deal earlier from Arizona. Suarez isn't a value deal. You'll still be giving up something for a rental or if he signs a big price tag. So Suarez is a rental. That's part of what plays into that. Rooker is locked up at great value. If you are giving anything to the Athletics, if If you're giving anything away, the Athletics are the team to deal with, and that's the deal to make.
Okay. Suarez is a pipe dream. That's not going to happen.
It is a pipe dream. I don't think they. I think, and I heard them get into this in the 9 o'clock hour with Amy this morning, that if Alec Boehm precludes you from going after a guy like Suarez, that's a mistake. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. I don't think Boehm's a prohibitive player. I think he's a good player to have. I don't think he's a player that says, hey, no, we're good over here. I don't want a 40 home run guy. If you don't think he's going to resign here and you don't think you're going to get him as you think just as a rental for this season, I can understand having cause to throw your hands up about that.
I don't care about rentals. I really don't. To care about rentals is to defeat the purpose of this season. If you're going to make a priority that it's just a rental, you're not making the season a priority.
No, but I'm saying I see the people that say that more than I say the people that, no, we have Boehm here. Why would you go get a guy like Suarez?
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, there's a way to work around. I like Boehm as a third baseman. I really do. I don't think there's anything wrong with having Alec Boehm as your third baseman. I don't.
It's not there's something wrong with it. I just don't think he's a guy that's prohibitive to me going after something better.
But you're still going to keep him in the fold, or what are you doing? Are you giving him up in that deal, or you would trade Boehm for Suarez?
I doubt that they're going to get to the place where they trade Boehm.
Okay, I mean, ask you, would you make that trade if you don't value Boehm? Would you make that trade for Suarez to play third base for you?
Sure,
you would.
I mean, that's the pop I'm looking for in this lineup.
So you would trade a starting player for a rental, not a prospect for a rental.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if that's the case, I'm probably going to end up having to pay Suarez. Like, it's a lot of money I'm going to have to start throwing around.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know cost-wise how it would go. Like, they're not doing Boehm for Suarez straight up. I doubt it. So would you
prospect and Boehm?
For
Suarez?
Prospect-wise for him.
Yeah, if I'm Arizona, I'd do that in a second. You got to do with Suarez.
Yeah. I mean, I would think they could probably get a better prospect haul than a guy they're going to have to end up paying in, a year or two?
Would you then have to put like an initial on the two players named Suarez?
On the jerseys?
On the jersey?
Probably.
Would you have to put E. Suarez, and R. Suarez?
R. Suarez, yeah.
Would you have to do that?
Get very confusing on the text line, people, because they don't. Because this same texter has mentioned back-to-back text Suarez, but one was about Ranger.
What was the Ranger text?
I think this was a text from yesterday. If you traded Suarez now, you would get no value. It'd be more valuable to keep on your roster, even if it's till the end of the year. Also, bases loaded in the playoffs. You need guys that can come in and strike out like Luzardo can. Suarez pitches to contact, needs to stay in rotation.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So my rotation, again, the newfangled team would have Crawford and Rooker in your lineup, you're adding two offensive players in your lineup. How could that be bad? With Miller, Strom, Kerkering, Luzardo, Banks, Romano, Lazar. That's your bullpen.
Yeah, I went from, what about the defense to screw it, we're just going to hit home runs since Miller's going to strike everybody out.
Are you that worried about the defense?
I mean, it's not going to be pretty out left. Like, I already don't like what they have in right field. Now I got left fielder I don't like.
What? Like, I'm trying to, like, is Rooker going to be like the guy like Canseco when the ball hits off the top of his head and goes out of the park? Is that it's going to be Canseco bad?
Maybe not Canseco bad, but I can't say it's going to be good. Like, you're going to sacrifice something in the outfield. You're just hoping he doesn't make the colossal mistake in the big moment. That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for that's like, or that he doesn't prohibit because of the way he moves getting to a ball.
The guy played outfield probably his entire life. He played in college. Like, he wasn't a DH. He was an outfielder. Where did he go? Did he go to Mississippi State?
He was a Mississippi State guy.
Yeah, Mississippi State. Played outfield, college.
I understand.
Played outfield in the big leagues a little bit. They decided that he's not the fleetest of foot, so we'll make him a DH here.
Yeah, but there's a reason why. Like, there's a reason why he's a DH.
Well, there's a reason why Schwarber's a DH too, but they play with him in left field.
I know, and there's a reason why they tried to stop doing that.
I get it, but They are desperate right now, Ray. You have to understand this. The desperate for offense dictates that you may have to give up something on defense.
And I've decided to hell with the defense. I'm going with the offense.
Yeah, of course, because they're really good in left field right now defensively, aren't they? How's that working out for them?
By the way, that ball he caught sliding with the two hands, looking like that ball was going to drop. That was the most nerve-wracking thing in the world. I understand the wind was blowing in, but come on.
He said he lost it.
I lost it.
He lost it in a white sign or something. That's what it was. 610-632-0975. If you want to come in, climb in, and chat with us about anything that we talked about today, this is the time to do it. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. Back after this.
Hi, my name is Phil E. And for most of my
to Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic. We kicked around a couple of deals today. It's funny, we had our Let's Make a Deal segment, which turned into something bigger. Let's Make a Deal. Let's Fake a Deal segment just had Mason Miller being acquired by the Phillies for Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tait, and Mick Abel. Now, Ray, you didn't like that deal because it didn't include two. So somebody included two by throwing Andrew Painter into the mix and putting Rooker in the deal. You wouldn't have done the first one.
I said I would. I'd do it
Said
reluctantly.
you would.
Though.
Reluctantly.
Yes. I would feel concerned that I wasn't going to get the bat. That was my biggest drawback to doing that deal initially. Then again, if I got Mason Miller, there's a good chance for the next 4 or 5 years, I wouldn't have to trade a prospect for an arm like Mason Miller again.
I was happy to see this fake a deal because it at least included a relief pitcher. Because as we started the show today, my biggest fear would be that the Phillies would stop at Dave Robertson as the best that they can do and fall back on that position. Middleton, a couple of days ago, said he's not going to pay an arm and a leg. He did, however, pay for Robertson at $6 million, which put them in further luxury tax peril. And in his tryout, he threw the ball 88 to 90 miles per hour. And I wondered, why on earth would you waste your time? I do not understand it at all.
I don't think you're wasting
you
your
like
time.
it. So what am I missing here? Here's the guy who's 40 years old. His arm is obviously has tightened up because when you're older, your arm tightens up. If you don't have activity and you're not throwing it on a regular basis to a major league level, you're not going to be able to gain velocity. I don't believe his velocity will appreciably tick up at all as he rears up to pitch for the Phillies. So what did they see that I am not seeing?
Secondary stuff, mechanics that still suggest that he's able to pitch at this level. Like, I would say that if the scouts saw something and that he had multiple offers from contending teams, this is them realizing we don't have to give up anything from our system to get a guy in here who has way more pitching experience than the Seth Johnson, Daniel Roberts. Max Lazar saved his job last night. Don't you worry, Max. You're good for life here. This is the Max Lazar show.
But again, listen, I wouldn't trust those guys in high leverage situations, but I do trust velocity more than not velocity because you have to be so fine with other stuff to get people out when you're throwing 88 to 90. I mean, you saw Ranger Suarez. He lost his command, and without his command, his velocity got hammered. This guy better have pinpoint secondary stuff, man, at this stage. He's 40.
I get he's 40. We brought up the fact that he's 40 quite a bit on this show.
Yes.
He pitched with 3 ERA in the bigs last year.
It reminds me of Archie Bradley. It reminds me of those days when they had that slop, that these guys that would throw slop in relief.
And if he throws slop, I'll be happy to say at the end of September, hey, Mike, you were right,
I was right all along.
along.
Listen, man, when I go for relief pitching, I do not want somebody who throws that kind of velocity. I just can't deal. I can't have it. So I would rather have not signed him, put all my eggs in a basket on acquiring velocity during the trading deadline, and not wasted $6 million. Let's go to the phone. Scott in Norristown checking in. Scott, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Mike, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller to you.
Thanks, buddy.
2 quick comments, if I can. First of all, I'm close to your age, and a lot of times people talk about Steve Fredericks, and something people don't probably but a lot of people don't know about Steve Fredericks. When he came down here to work, he came from Boston. He was already a legend up there.
Yes, he was.
And besides being a very good talk show host, he was an excellent play-by-play guy.
Yes, he was. He
really good.
really was good. Yeah, he did the
quick
Sixers.
comment.
He did the Sixers for a long time. He did the Boston Bruins up there.
Yeah, he was great.
Yep.
Second quick comment. in this day and age when all sports talk show hosts like to think they were good athletes, a friend of mine worked with you at a prior stop, and he was a good athlete, and he told me you in your day were an excellent baseball player and basketball player.
In my day.
That's all it is.
Yeah, in my day. Yeah, I could fire.
Quick question, if I may.
Yeah.
How much, with John Middleton's comments about wanting to have sustainability for the team, as he said, over the next 10 years, how much discretion do you think Dave Dombrowski has to trade minor league talent?
I think he's got a lot of discretion. I think Middleton wants to win. Middleton is a sportsman, so he knows that like if he has to spend to win, and he'll bite the bullet on that. Now already they're by signing Robertson, they put him in a $12 million luxury tax hole, but he did it. I wouldn't have. If I was the owner, I said no. You got to do a little better than David Robertson if I'm going to pay that kind of money to prorate his contract for the rest of the year. So I think he's willing to bite the bullet to win.
I guess my only question is, I have a lot of respect for Dave Dombrowski, and his track record speaks for itself. But I also have to say, a lot of his moves recently have not worked out at all. I mean, I'm stating the obvious, but it does raise a question in your mind about in this present day, his evaluation of talent.
No, I agree with you. He certainly the guys he brought in last year did not work, and he left his bullpen bereft of talent. And he counted on guys like Romano and these other guys that he acquired, and especially the left fielder. I mean, that guy has really made him look terrible. But here's the thing, Scott. He can always rectify it. He can always make a deal, and what the deal we're talking about here would rectify a lot.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like I said, he spent $24 million on Romano, Kepler, and Ross, and I don't mean any disrespect towards him, but they've been a bust.
Yeah, I totally agree. So why is Robertson going to be different than Ross? Is my question.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I mean, they're two different pitchers.
He doesn't even throw as hard as Ross. Ross throws harder.
And Ross's track record in this league is what?
It's not as good as Robertson.
Right.
It's also not 40 years old.
And guys lose it at any given time. Robertson's a guy that for 16 years has had a sub-3 ERA, Mike.
Listen, I understand. I just can't get used to the notion of Robertson at age 40, who hasn't pitched all year, whose velocity is 88 to 90, is going to help in any way. I just don't understand the thinking.
And I think you're overrating this bullpen by saying that.
All right, so you're going on experience and guile over guys that have velocity. And I hope it works out for him. God bless him if it works out for him.
I hope it works out for him. I can't sit here and say it's a negative thing when I've watched this bullpen all season.
I'm kind of offended that you like David Robertson. That's who I am.
I'm
totally offended.
We've talked for 8 hours since they signed David Robertson.
I'm offended that you're endorsing it.
All right, you know what? I need them to go sign a couple of old Rockets to the Sixers.
That's it. We have experience in this town of these old guys that can't play anymore being stuffed onto a roster.
I think the Flyers should bring back Giroux.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just came out of a Sixers season with this, the David Robertson principle.
And the Eagles for edge rushers should see what Trent Cole's
Can't
up to.
take it anymore.
Go get me Connor Barwin still with the organization.
I don't have any kinship with older players, even though I'm old.
What does that have?
Really? You would think that I would say, yeah, boy, older guys can really still do it. They can't.
So am I supposed to be like, you know what? 40? That's an old man right there. Forget you, man.
He's ancient. By baseball standards, 40, he's ancient.
Oh, he's
we
not.
talked about Rich Hill, how ridiculous it is at 45. We're counting on David Robertson at age 40.
And what did Rich Hill pitch to last year?
I don't care. I don't care what he pitched to. He got lucky. If his numbers were good, he got lucky.
No, they weren't good. That's the point. Richo wasn't good last year.
Remember
He wasn't
David
good the year
Robertson
before.
getting hammered here, right? You do remember that.
He had a 2.70 ERA when he was here in 2022.
Yeah, but he also he had some really bad outings where he got hammered.
His first time he had a bad outings where he got hammered. The second time he was good here.
The second time he was good.
This
First
is the
time
third
he wasn't
time
good.
around.
All right, I got confused by the
Third
first time
time's
and
a
the second
charm.
time. Second time he was good.
What we need to do is make sure that if anyone hits a walk-off or has a big moment, that he does not hurt himself celebrating, because that was the big issue in 2022 in October when he hurt himself in that Cardinals series, I think celebrating Harper's home run. That is what we need to protect him from.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, this is what I want the folks to think about overnight. And be ready with an answer, a definite answer. If the Phillies added Andrew Painter to a list of Aiden Miller, Eduardo Tait, and Mick Abel, prospects number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 5, for right-handed closer Mason Miller, who throws 100 miles an hour for the A's, and Brent Rooker, who's got how many home runs does he have?
21.
He has 21 home runs. He was in the home run derby. He's got a lot of pop. If they added Painter and that was the deal that they could make, would you make this deal? Think about it. Think long and hard about it. I think that we're kind of on the fence right now. I think it's like 50-50, right? By tomorrow, I want a declaration of whether we're going to do it or not. If it dips below 50, we're not doing it, right?
That's it? That's where you're going into the front office with? That's the vote?
I'm trusting the people. Now, by the same token, Ray, give your lineup again with Rooker in it, and I'll give the pitching staff with Miller at the top.
Turner, Harper, Rooker, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Crawford, JT, and then the second.
You got
baseman.
Rooker as your 3-hitter.
Yes, just to split up the lefties and righties.
And so, again, the new lineup would include Justin Crawford hitting way down in the lineup to lack the pressure on him, and Rooker, who would be in the throes of the power in this lineup. That's what it would be. Meanwhile, your pitching staff, your starters would be Wheeler, Sanchez, Suarez, Nola going into the playoffs. Your bullpen, Miller, Strom, Luzardo, Kirkering, Banks, Romano, Lazar. Those guys would be the pitchers.
Love it.
All right. That's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We had a little fun today. Tomorrow is General Knowledge Wednesday and also Jason Stark. Stay tuned because I don't think you've heard, but Unfiltered is coming up next right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Good night, everybody.